Hey man, this is Tommy Chung, and you're listening. And
Harry's drinking again.
What's cracking, y'all? It's Lil Kelpie from the 1503, aka Kelpie the P, aka call me whatever you want, just don't call me broke. And I'm fucking with the Harris's Drinking Again podcast, one of the first podcasts or platforms to put me on. Y'all better stay following them, watching them. Stay tuned for more shit. Big things happening in the future.
Harry's drinking again.
Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the
Harry's drinking again
podcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. Back in your face for the 57th week in a row. Up on a Thursday, making sure the levels are right. We're getting it tight. Tonight, man, it's going to be a lit show. And it's always everywhere we go. DJ, run that shit, bro. We got Brian Beeline. Hold on. Excuse me. Tonight's show, once again, unofficially sponsored by New Amsterdam Vodka. We finishing off a little pinter. What is this? A little pint? Little half pint, whatever. We're doing that. We got a Dos Equis Amber on deck. Real fly with it. I love that Dos Equis Amber, man. It's good shit. It's really good shit. And a cold mug with some. We still got some ice on the tip with some grapefruit juice, 100%. And I'm gonna kind of intermingle that with the beer and the vodka tonight up on the Harris's Drinking Again podcast for the 57th week in a row. So thank y'all once again. Salute to the fam. We got a podcast family coming up in here tonight. If the levels sound a little different, forgive me. I'm rearranging the studio. I've taken some things out, whatnot, removed a carpet that was in here. So hopefully it sounds okay. Brother Ray will be with us. Excuse me. Get a sip of water. Sometimes the grapefruit gets you in the back of the throat, gets that phlegmy phlegm. My ass ain't been drinking enough water. That's for damn sure. Man, we got a lot of shit to discuss on the show tonight. Let's go. Let's start out smooth and easy. And let's resend the link just to make sure everybody can get up in here. All right, we're going to resend the motherfucking links out. We got B and we got Ray. Ray will be in towards the hour number 2 tonight. Yes, Ray will be in hour number 2. Beeline will be on in just a moment. Beeline, you got the permanent link. Let's see, Beeline. That's it now. My computer did do an update. I had to do some updating on this. Here we go. So hopefully everything's up on the go. And we also gonna get let me sit out there, send Ray separate. It's all good. Eli Entertainment does not appear to be a valid email address. What do you mean? What you mean, Willis? Interesting. All right, give me 1 second on that. Nonetheless, the official links are going to work. It was All-Star Weekend this past week in Salt Lake City. I was downtown Friday night, Saturday morning. Want to talk about that a little bit. Might have my boy Joey Sims also calling in later. Hopefully we can get Mr. KOG, Stylist of the World, up in here. Friday night. It was pretty, I would call it a dud. You know, we were out and about. There was a couple of clubs popping. Ibiza. That looked real dope. And, you know, there was charging the 50 cover, which wasn't bad for All-Star Weekend. Didn't pay it. And but walked around, got some footage. PF Chang's did a little bit, couple of bars, little dive bars, not dive bars, but sports bars, this and that off the cut. But overall, only seen one exotic car whole damn weekend. Ran into Steve LaBelle, damn legendary producer, hitmaker, what do you want to call him? CEO, music mogul. Seen him walking through the cut. Gary Payton, GP the glove. So it was pretty dope. It was a pretty dope weekend. Saturday was better than Sunday, however, by far. Hold on, why isn't these okay, we got Beeline in the building. All right, Beeline is up in there, links working. All right, now it's a show. But yes, All-Star Weekend was Saturday. I did the family thing. I bought the NBA crossover tickets, and they had the whole bunch. It was like a convention. It was like an NBA convention. That's where I seen the legendary Steve LaBelle. Tried to get up on him to get the picture. He had two little henchmen walking with him, moving kind of fast. But we locked eyes, man, and it was like, and I want to say this. He almost did the double look at me, like because he was going up to take a picture with the DJ, and I know I got the aura. I got that aura. I don't know necessarily what, but he did that double look at me like, let me just make sure I don't know this motherfucker. He looked like an artist, huh? Looked like an artist. So that was good. That was refreshing to me. I was like, yeah, one day, Steve, one day, man. Harris, drink it again. I'm gonna interview you. Man's put in a lot of work. Bone Dugs, this and that. All right. We're gonna talk more about that as soon as we get our guest in here, Brian B from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Now we're gonna have him break that down because I can't even bring him on just as it's a podcast. He does his live on the line every Sunday. We're gonna get into that, but the man just got a brand, and his third, fourth time to the channel. We had him on. You can go catch the first episode. Is it 40? I want to say episode 45, TNR 45. So roughly 12 weeks ago, we did the Pods Giving. And then since then, I've been on his platform. So this is like a pod brother at this point. We'll be talking, chopping it up behind the scenes. And it's really dope. So we're going to get him on tonight. And let me make sure we got his information up on the screen. Bam. Subscribe to the Beeline right there. So the man's here. He's going to rock with us. We're getting into it. We're getting all into it. Enough of the shit. Without further ado, coming to the stage, host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC and live on the line, Brian B.
Yo, what's good? Gotta spit a little bit while I'm on the Harris show. Ain't no joke. Telling you what you should already know. It's Thursday night rant and we about to go. Cause you know your boy about to flow. I got the news for your ass and that's for show. I can't even spit and I do it so for. Alright, I'm out. What's good, y'all?
Yo, what is cracking? I'm gonna get my freestyle off a little later, after I get some drink up in me. Those motherfuckers
right.
Always freestyle a little better when they smoking something, a little sip of something. Nah, man.
Get twisted, man.
I am good, brother. I am good. Thank you again for coming over to my platform, man. Harris Drink It Again podcast.
That's right.
I'm trying to give you the hookup.
I'm
trying to give hookup. I got the Beeline Entertainment over there in the top right hand there. You know what I'm saying? So Beeline taking over Harris Drink.
Feel like I'm at home. Feel like I'm home and shit. What's good?
Yes.
Loving this shit, y'all. What up, brother?
Man. A lot of things going on over here on my end. Since doing this thing with you in general, making all these connections, it's Like I'm constantly behind the scenes thinking about
Yeah.
how to better position myself, how to utilize myself, my time. The last couple of weeks, I've been some behind the scenes things, relocating, whatnot, but I'm over here. I've been down in the dumps, not in the dumps. I'm always positive. I'm staying consistent, obviously, 57 week in a row, we're rocking, but I feel like my professionalism.
Congrats on that too.
Hey, thank you, man. But I feel like my professionalism on the back end, say the booking, the emailing, I slacked off the last couple of weeks. So I'm kind of, and the promotion part, it's tough, man, doing the full 360.
You want to know something though? You got to pat yourself in the back where you pushing forward though, and that consistency of constantly being here every single week for what you said 52 weeks. Listen, bro, that's a hell of an accomplishment, yo.
Yeah, man.
57. I mean, I'm doing this shit for 3 years now, and I'll tell you right now, I'm taking breaks. I mean, I never went longer than I think a month, maybe 2 months that I didn't do. Like, I don't think I've ever not did anything. Like, even in those that might have poured out, or, still kind of marketed or whatever. But I haven't went longer than a month in 3 years that I haven't like done anything. But I have not skipped like a week or whatever, just to kind of, keep my shit going. Like you said, life happens, man. You're gonna still, run across things, but I am more into like you. Like I don't stop now. It's just I can't fucking stop. Like I can't stop. That's what's awesome about it, though.
Yeah, I've noticed.
But yeah, man.
Since the pod's giving your growth on the channel and just the work that you're putting in with the promos, the ads, I wanted you to talk about that as well. Like I've seen just from knowing you in the short time via internet land, I've seen the almost, how like the level up and the going into different avenues. You know what I mean? It's fun to watch, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, thanks, bro, for recognizing, man. That's what we're trying to do, bro. We're trying to bring shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Something clicked, man. Something clicked. How you hear me? You hearing me all right? Because my mic was fucking up on me a little bit earlier. Everything sounded good on your end.
A little that YouTube lag echo robot a minute ago,
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. I might have to switch it up in a minute. Just make sure. I just want to make sure everything's good. But yeah, man, it's been real. It's been interesting. Like the change happened. I really, really decided to take this serious. Oh, and when I say that, I don't mean I wasn't taking this seriously previously, but now it's like I said, it's just I've decided like this is what I'm gonna do. And once I made that shit, like, yo, listen, I'm not like I'm going forward. I don't work at a job no more 9 to 5. I mean, that's been a blessing. That was kind of forced onto me. And instead of rushing back to the applications and every shit, like I was like, listen, fuck it. If I'm not working right now, I'm just gonna make this work. And that's literally been my grind, bro. But yeah, this marketing and promotion, I've really come to the realization like that is the biggest part of this shit. The interviews is great, the celebrities is great. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting people to see you, as many people as you can, without having to pay thousands of dollars every fucking day. Like we have resources at our fingertips, so we could put a phone camera in front of your face and literally deliver yourself to the ether of the internet and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, so it's definitely to take advantage of what we have. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit free. Get on there. I've been telling people lately, Harris, like, in the shows I've been doing, I don't give a fuck what you do, bro. Like, even if you just get on there every day and say, hey, this morning I had eggs and bagel and waffles and shit, and I didn't finish it. Okay, and that was all I did this morning. And then bam, that's all you do every fucking day. Like you just said, consistency. But somebody's going to catch on to that and be like, oh, I want to see what I have for breakfast this morning. I want to see stupid shit, simple shit. Somebody just seeing that you're doing something consistently is what I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do it just any old way. I want to do it my way. That's why I'm like, this is life now, bro. This is fucking life. But I'm loving it, bro. And you killing it too. Talking about me shit. You got fucking big hits on your video you have, you got decent. I'm like, damn, this guy's fucking, you pushing through, man. Consistency is definitely showing on your end as well.
Yeah,
so, killing it, man.
It has been, and I'm like, but I'm that guy that never feels like he's doing enough, and so some of the videos,
I feel you.
Like, I want to ask you too. Like, I see in your you do the hashtags, you do the. I try to get in there. I have a little thing on this video, like a little paragraph, and then I copy and paste. But other than that, there's some videos where I was just I feel like I don't do a service to some of the guests, and I don't paste their links, all of them in every video and this and that. So I'm like, damn, there's
it gets funny, like trying to figure out what's going to be like the right formula to make everything fucking fit the algorithm, and what's going to because every time we do a video, tell me if you relate. Let me do this. I'm gonna switch because something happened with my son. My power went out, and something happened with my system. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my phone, so I'm gonna link back in if that's cool.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna jump right back in with y'all.
All right, brother Beeline, gonna fix his connection. I'm hearing it too on my end. That's a professional podcaster right there. He just he's working with it. We gonna hop back in and we gonna get up in the mix. Yeah, Thursday night because we don't give a shit. Yeah, Rant and the Raven making hits like Wes Craven. But yeah, man. I also wanted to say, who do we have on last week? Lord have mercy. Episode 56, was that Steady? That was not Steady. That was I'm tripping right now. I really don't know the last person we had on last week. Been so busy over here, man. Wade Williamson, Jesus Christ. Of course I remembered that. I just had to forget. Steady was the week before that. Shout out to Wade Williamson. I gotta go. He's another one. I gotta go back and put the link in the description and the whole thing. And I'm trying to, when you go back, even on the Facebook, because there's so many apps, and I don't fucking like social media. I'm trying to get the money and the bread to where I could get a social media manager. Right? Even if I could find some high schooler or some college kid, for $100, couple $100 or whatever, that just wants to consistently post my shit. Because I don't care. I could go days without getting on Facebook and Instagram. And it shows when you go to the pages, especially the business page and then the personal page. I post more on the personal page, and I go to my business page and I'm like, damn, nobody's following through because I'm not following through on that. So I'm over here trying to promote the YouTube and different things. But that's interesting combos. And I like picking everybody's brain. Wade Williamson said last week, every guest he goes in the friends book, the friends on the Facebook page and posts in the different groups. All right, yeah. Brother Ray will be on, after the 9 o'clock hour over here, and then Beeline will get back up in the mix. But this is dopeness. The consistency ain't stopping. In a couple of weeks, I don't want to say specifically because I ain't one of them cats like that. But I will be going through a couple of little changes and little changes in a couple of weeks. But I don't plan to miss a show next week. Next Thursday, there's going to be a show, no guest as of right now. Next Thursday, I'm going to actually leave open, and I might do something different. I might do a little special loose show, have a bunch of just random people popping in just to maintain that consistency. And the week after that, so a lot of shorts might be coming just to fill the time because, I'm going on a little vacation or what have you. So there's going to be about a 2-week hiatus that we're not going to be able to be in the current position to make content. But the Thursday nights will not cease. The Thursday nights will not cease. I will still be here in some form or fashion. Even if I got to log in through the phone. What do you with what will? Either way, it's gonna be amazing. Give me some beats. On the 57, we get the Harris Drinking Again podcast.
Harry's drinking again.
We got Brian B back up in the building. Yes, yes.
My bad. Fix that little technical difficulty there.
Hey, like a true podcaster, you know, you recognize the sound. You're like, hey, man, let me fix my shit. I was on yours.
Always have a backup with this shit. Always have a backup.
Right. We were
Sound
talking
a lot better now.
Yeah, sounds
There
good.
we go. All right, cool.
We just turned it all the way up. We were talking a little bit before. You got on. You know, just the consistency, but the like I wanted to ask you. You know, you have a manager and everything. What aspect do they handle for you? Like, are you waking up and because you got Facebook, I mean, you got the Instagram, and you do damn TikTok, right? Twitter, fucking
everything, bro. I try to stay as active as in everything as I can. And listen, this is gonna be like, I don't even know if I ever told you this before, Harris, but I before I started doing this, I wasn't big enough into social media. Like, I actually really never posted shit. I'm not one of those people that jumped on to sit here and post every meal they're having of every day and every shit that you take. And I wasn't that, Yeah, I was the person getting on social media that was, looking up fucking movie trailers and different events that was happening. So it's like, it took a lot for me to kind of get back into like the environment of, let me go ahead and join. TikTok was like the last thing that I joined. And I did that literally because I had like a fucking, a whole kind of mentality about TikTok where I thought it was just like naked girls shaking their titties. And I was like, that's all they got. That's what they will be, trapping our fucking minds with. But then I started to understand the business aspect of it, the connections, you know what I'm saying? And the marketing. Like I said, the biggest thing for me has been the marketing, to understand the fact that you could take something and put it out and put it on all these platforms with your name attached to it. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it correctly, you got 50 people here that see your shit. You got 30 people here that see your shit. You got 40 people here that see your shit. And you've got 80 people here that see your shit. Across the board, collectively, you got, hundreds of people watching your shit. And then I started understanding that aspect as I was in like the middle of this process, man. So it's like, that's really where it started to shine for me, man. It's really important to understand the business part of this shit, it's fun. At the beginning, it's fun. If you go into it most of the time, I think from my experience so far, a lot of people go into this like, it's fun. I want to start a podcast. I want to talk some shit. I want to drink with my friends and stuff like that or whatever. But if you have the opportunity to be like, hey, look, I'm actually good at this. I can actually do this. I enjoy it. I might be able to make this into a little bit more than what I thought I was going to make it into. And then you sit there and transition. And them transitions start coming. Oh, shit. What's that? You got a fucking Cinco de Mayo kid?
We got the candles over here. We got to get the vibe right. Yeah.
That was
And a cheap Walmart mainstays candle.
Yo, listen, them the fucking best ones. Put them shits in my bathroom, We be blowing that shit out.
I love candles, man. I love them. But yeah,
I do too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody's want to think you want some soft shit, but I love candles. Make the house smell good.
It was funny when Rico was on here. That was one of the clips I got him. He because it was like we were talking. It was like, oh, you're a candle guy. I was like, I am a candle guy. I'm a candle guy too. I like Yankee candles. I like this candle.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was always having fucking soccer mom conversation.
It was like one of those like we're in man moment, and it's like, oh, candles. We had this like.
Don't it get crazy when it's like I was talking to somebody earlier. I did an interview earlier, and I was talking to the guy, and we was like, I don't even know where we got there, but he was an artist. He was like in a band, and we started talking about fucking like Gwen Stefani and and No Doubt, and like music like that or whatever. Yeah. And I'm over there singing a song like, I love that shit.
And it's like I'm saying it. I was talking about Pink. I was talking about a whole bunch of different like artists like that. And I'm saying it. I'm singing the song, like liking it. I'm like, yeah, I love that shit. And then for a second, I was thinking to myself, like damn, people gonna think I'm a bitch out here. Like,
Right.
why we gotta have so much like strength behind us? Like we can't even listen to some shit. Like it's gotta be no, it's not manly enough. You like candles, bro. Like
I always say, when you talk about the yin and yang and the as beloved, so below, there is men that we possess the masculine and feminine traits, and women do the same to create that balance. But I joke like my half a homo traits are, I like candles, I like incense, and occasionally I would like to take a bubble bath. I want to sip my ass water, bro, and put on some music like this and just relax, man. Throwing.
It feels good. It feels good. You feel like it's wrong for that shit, right? But you want to, now and then, you want to fucking say, listen. In a second, I'll fucking forget the world, watch the birds like I'm fucking 85. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. Like, you gotta just, some things just feel good, bro. Like, whatever's your form of relaxation, I feel like you should be able to do it. You know what gets on my nerves, bro? I was thinking about this too because we spend a little money. We got a little money recently and stuff like that or whatever. So we kind of been a little tight. So we kind of splurging, enjoying life and shit. So I was buying some shit today and I had my son with me and I was talking to him and I was telling him like, yo, listen, it's cool to enjoy things. You know what I mean? A lot of times people make a big deal, trying to make it seem like things are insignificant. Like if I enjoy buying a game or, buying a PlayStation, or if that's some shit that I enjoy, who are you to tell me like, oh, that's not things that are important and oh, you should care about the real things? And why do you have to categorize like what's important to me? What brings me joy? What brings me peace? Like if I find peace in sitting back and relaxing, letting all the bullshit clear out of my head and just play a game or something like that, that's my peace. Why do you have to have a say so when? Well, you have to make sure, because a lot of times people like to, you know what I'm saying, right? People will sit there and try to categorize everything. Like, oh, well, games aren't important. You could be doing something else, or this isn't important. Maybe it is important. It might not be important like the president's important, but it's important to keep my mentality good. That's what eases me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about that today, bro, because people make such a big deal of trying to, be right about some shit. Like if you like, candles and shit, we joke about it, but that's you. Like, if that's what makes you relax, that's what makes you feel good. Like you walk in your house, you smell like, oh, it just smell good. I like this shit. I'm comfortable. It's positive. I don't feel nothing wrong in that.
I like the flame. Like I could sit here and just look at the flame, bro, and trip out. And this goes in line with one of my dreams. Like when I own my first piece of property. I have an acre of land. I own an actual acre, but there's nothing on it. It's like hella far. But I want a little bonfire in my backyard, like in my house, just my basic house. Like, because there's something about sitting around fire. I used to be a pyro as a kid, and
so did I. Me too. So real shit.
Flame like calms me down, man. I could just sit here and I like the way it moves and everything. You know what I
mean? Yeah. I feel you.
There is
I used to do the same shit, yo. I used to fucking take the, alcohol, the air fresheners. When I found out that you could take the thing and the air freshener and make the torch, bro, listen, I was a fucking arsonist, yo. I used to go outside and take them up. Bro, I'm telling you right now, all day.
Oh wait, this one.
Yeah, they must have stopped that shit because of people like us. Change the chemicals.
You gotta do hairspray.
Yeah, you fucking burning down the whole house because of people like us and shit. But yo, some things, you just like, man. Some things you just like. You can't explain. Like whatever brings you peace, I feel like you should. At least it brings you peace. You know what you enjoy. And another thing I like is I like people who ain't scared to say it. You know what I mean? Like you'll have those dudes that is scared to say it. They're scared to say they like something that they think about. All right, Harris, I'm about to start you off. I know you got probably some shit you want to talk about, but this is bringing me to like a point that I'm thinking about right now.
I'm thinking about something too. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
All right, listen. This is interesting right here, yo. This is some live on the line shit. Do you think it says something about you to say that you think a man is an attractive man?
No, and I'll say that quickly because as men, bro. So like I've said that before, and I've had people, like when you're just general referencing somebody.
Exactly.
And first of all, I think it's saying something if like I don't even play that no homo game, bro. If I say something that's halfway gay, like yo, live on the line was hard. I'm not doing pause. I'm too old for that shit. I don't do that. Like live on the line was hard, but no, I think because we're judgmental creatures for one, we we generally know. Like I would say you're a handsome brother, but like just like that, like you're a decent looking brother. You're a handsome, There's nothing. But because of my own perception, some people might say like, oh, but you're looking into him in this. But for me, that's how I cut that one short. Is like, no, I just simply when my eye recognizes something, and then in the society we live in, light skin, we got the features, whatever, dark. There's things that we all can kind of agree on. It's like when we see a fat bitch, everybody know like, yo, that's a fat bitch, or that's an ugly bitch. This bitch is all right. I would only get head from this woman, but I would fuck this bitch, or you know what I'm saying? There's different layers. So on that one, I think it's very and then not only that, right? Because we're bigger brothers, like I'm not the fittest.
Shit, I'm a big brother. You ain't nowhere near me, motherfucker.
What I am, I'm skinny fat. They call me about 6'2", but I'm flabby throughout the season, right? So I got the height to stretch me out. But when I see a built brother, man, a built cat, there ain't no denying that I know that other women would find even his physique attractive. And then maybe he come through with the whether he's white, whether he's black, the blue eyes and the crispy and the little tips, like that's just kind of shit that as a culture we generalize and stuff. So I would see another man and be like oh, like he's a handsome guy, like you got to keep your eye out for that motherfucker.
Exactly, and that's something. When you was just saying it right now, that's something that I thought about. This guy had said to me a long time ago, yo, and it goes in the same kind of context of people trying to categorize you. Oh, you like candles? Oh, that's that. Whatever. This is that. Whatever. Like you said, you're too grown for that shit. Like, yo, ain't nobody got time to be fronting or trying to act like they don't like stuff that they like and all that shit, man. You can't be out here just holding a purse and going crazy with the shit. But then you might be trying to speak something a little bit. No, yeah, you might be.
Oh, well, okay. Not to cut you off, but this I want to interject this real quick. So when I, in my relationship, I do not and will not hold a purse for a woman while she's going to the restroom or none of that shit.
Never.
You the same. So
the same way. And my girl gives me shit and she tries to make me do it, and I tell her all the time, baby, that's just not me. Okay. That's not me.
Yo, I thought I was one of the only cats because I've been in several situations where they'll be like, will you hold my purse while I go to the bathroom? I literally said, no. I said, yo, you can set that shit down by my feet and I'll watch it. It ain't going nowhere. I don't
hold the purse, bro. I don't hold the purse. I don't hold the purse either. I don't hold the purse, and I'll be honest, my baby right now is my baby, and I know I'm gonna marry her, but she the only one I've ever like bought like tampons and shit like that, all that stuff, whatever. That's the only one I ever done it. I've only done it like twice in our 5-year relationship. So it's like it's certain things that you want to withhold your boundaries as a man in some degree. Now I'm not saying that nobody's gonna or everybody is gonna like use you in some way, or kind of that hold the purse shit to some degree and to some women. That's a challenge. Yeah. Let me this motherfucker go home up.
Yo, and it's not like naturally. I'm not trying to be a dick. I naturally like. There's certain things. And I think that's why I don't have a lot of issues. I got one of the dopest like baby moms, like, you know, hopefully, because one day I could call her more than a baby mom. I know every woman wants to be more. She's earned her spot, but I'm a scared pansy. I don't want to get married. But anyway, but I got one of the dopest ones, but I think it's because I literally lay everything out like the first night, bro. Like the first night when I'm trying to get some pussy, I'm just like out there because I'd rather be over the top, and usually I get rejected than when I was young. I'd play the game, and you just tell the bitches what they want to hear, and I was like, these I ain't got time for that. This is who I am.
Yeah, I feel you. I know it took me time to actually get to that level of I guess opening up more. Where it's like I've always been the person, like, I've always been real good with girls and shit. Like in general, kind of just talking in general. I've always been really good. Like I was that motherfucker who was the big kid. But I still pull weight. Like dudes will come up to me and look at me like, how the fuck you get her? And I'm like, yo, like first off, I'm pretty, motherfucker. Like, but I also like I never did the game. I always was one of them people that would walk up to a girl and just be like, hey, yo, excuse me, wait, I'll come right back. And then fucking she'll be sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then I'll come back and be like, oh, yeah. I'll talk to you in a minute. Just hold on. Just stand right here. Don't move. And just fuck with her. And that was always me. Like I was always like playing around, being goofy and shit. And that's how I was like broke the ice and stuff like that. And I've never been shy really or nervous. Like I don't really get nervous like that. Like sometimes it'll be like depending on the situation. But I'm really like, as soon as I feel like a situation where I might be nervous, I'm more like driven. I'm more like, fuck it, I'm about to just do this shit. I want to get it over with. And that's kind of how I go forward. So it's never been challenging for me to talk to people. I don't give a fuck. Like out of my thing. I've said this a million times. I used to write a book when I was in 6th grade. I was writing a book. I was going AskMen.com. I had a fucking shoebox full of shit off the internet, bro. But I was writing a book about talking to girls at the league, a whole bunch of shit. And I used to just fucking try it. Go to the movies. Me and my brother JD the Mouth. We used to go to the movies. We used to go to bowling. We used to go all these places and just talk to people, grown women, people with their parents, and just fucking do it. Like I was never scared to do that shit. I was that motherfucker, yo. Yo, B, go do that shit. All right, fuck it. All day. I love it.
I had hints of that because because I was always the the black kid in the fucking small town that was like, you gotta be. But as I got older, I did develop this sense of kind of what they would call social anxiety these days. I denounce all mental health titles, at least on myself. I ain't fuck all that. Because I came up like that. I could have literally got away with murder when I was a kid because I played the mental health card.
Gotcha.
No more. We are good. Harry just smokes and sips and fucking gets through this life how he gets through this life.
I'm telling you, that's why I don't think anybody should talk. I mean, as long as it's in a healthy manner, you got people that you care about you. Yeah. As long as it's a healthy manner, you ain't doing anything that's going to, incriminate yourself or put yourself in a fucking, bad situation. I think you should leave people alone, bro. I think that's one of the biggest problems that motherfuckers got today. Too many people in everybody's business. You're forced in people's business. People put their business out there and force you in their own shit. And, it's a way to utilize this social media shit, but things are going to be misused as well. So, it's difficult because people just trying to get by this life, like you just said. Everybody's trying to fucking fit you in a box, put a title over your head. And then once you receive the title, now you feel like you have to, or you can't get away from the title. That's why I've always been a firm believer of not always titling shit. I always use the analogy of, I used to smoke, man. I used to smoke heavy. Like I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke black. I used to smoke all that shit. And I never knew if I was gonna quit. Like I was on and off quitting for a while, but I just stopped. Like I haven't smoked now for almost a year and a half. Like, and I'm definitely never going back. I had a health scare. I ain't never fucking smoking again in my life. But I don't call myself a non-smoker. And people think that I be bugging when I be saying shit like this. I'm not a non-smoker. You'll talk to some people like, oh, I'm a non-smoker. I'm not a non-smoker, or I'm an ex-smoker. What the fuck does that mean? You just don't smoke anymore. Why do you have to be labeled? Like, why does it have to be a title? And I feel like that shit gives you a power. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's that?
I be doing the weak ass Zins, the little pouches, nicotine pouches. I'm not a smoker, but I do nicotine.
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, whatever you gotta do to fix your shit or whatever, man. But I just feel like there's so many, like you just said with the mental health thing, like people label themselves, they put themselves in a situation where, you know, they might go to a doctor, they might have a breakup, they might lose their job. Oh, my mental health. Now that's your fucking label. You just gave yourself and your issue a title. So now every time something happens, you have something to resort back to because there's a title on it. And I'm a firm believer in that shit, yo. Like, just don't do it. I just don't do this shit no more. I just don't do crazy ass shit no more. I'm not. Oh, I'm reformed. Ex-con. No, I'm not ex-con. I'm not in jail anymore. I don't do that shit no more. I'm done. I'm me. I don't need a fucking title, yo. Because then all you'll be is that shit. Everybody who don't smoke no more, who's a non-smoker, smoker is your fucking title. You either smoker or non-smoker, but you're a smoker in some fucking form of relevancy. You're a smoker. Why can't you just be somebody who used to smoke? Why you gotta have a title? Like, people be thinking I'm crazy for that shit, but there's power in words, yo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let shit go.
I've never considered myself a meth head. I've just been somebody with a level head who smoked a lot of meth in his day.
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean,
I haven't done it for 2 years, going on 3 this year if I make it. But yeah. I feel like the place where I'm at, and then before that I didn't do it for about 2 years, and then before that 4. But whatever. Yeah. But when I tell people that, like, oh shit, like, you know, like I don't know.
I mean, that's a big one. That's why it's a big one. But I'm saying, like, you know, whatever you do, you know, do it safe. You know, I care about you now. You know, we fucking, like, you know, we brothers and shit on this podcast stuff. So it's like, you know, I would say, like, you know, whatever you choose to do is always just do it safe. As long as people are good, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants to have a drink every now and then. That's cool. Now, motherfucker coming home drinking till he's falling out, beating his wife. Then we gotta have a conversation. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you're doing shit, some shit you want to really make sure you're not doing as much as others. But if you're doing it and it's what you do, as long as you got control, you keep in control. Hey, man, more power to you, bro. You know, you're grown. You know how to make your decisions. You know what's good for you, and hopefully you maintain it. Because shit does get out of control sometimes. But as long as you know what you're doing, I respect motherfuckers for doing shit that they do. You know, and as long as it don't bother nobody, you good. Yeah, I'm not wanting to sit there and talk about somebody or judge somebody.
I've always had a good level head. When I did all my drug, I talk about my drug shit a lot on this show because it helps me actually to stay away from it. And that's why when I say I the weed and alcohol, one day when I get my mastery skills tip top, where I'm like super disciplined, I can, you know, put down the drinking and the weeds be the last thing, right? But I think there's something to, like, I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about
we lost Beeline too. Shit. Either way, he's still on there. I was talking about my level-headedness, and for me, I've always been a level-headed guy. I can do just a little bit and then put it away. And even when I get carried away, it's not to the level where I gotta keep doing it. Or if I do keep doing it, it'll be 2 or 3 days and I'm done. You know. And I look at my we got
bad, bro. I'm fucking up. I'm not used to the melon. I'm trying to trying to close it. We got this whole fucking public like typing section here. I'm trying to close that shit, but
oh shit.
I'm gonna live his life.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fucking with the melon just because when I went to go switch to StreamYard, you know, like sometimes on I've done this with Audible. I've tried to cancel my Audible, and they don't want you to cancel. So they're like, well, how about we slash your shit in half? They fucking Melon did that to me. So I've been paying $9 a month. I didn't even know that. I thought I was paying like 20, and then so I was gonna cancel it, and I did the premium. So they offered me the premium package, 1080 HP. I think I look a little better. I don't know. You see my pop mark still, but I'm paying 17 now, and I could go like 10-hour streams and all that shit for the 17. So I was like, I'm sticking with Melon.
Go with that shit. With that shit, where the money's right. I know with StreamYard's good. I fuck with StreamYard, but we pay $50 a month for that shit. But it's worth it. Like I'm down to invest in my shit or whatever, but it's worth it. But I mean, yeah, if you're getting a deal on there, you definitely continue. I feel it. That's how the motherfuckers trap you though. Yeah. Oh, I'll give it to you for free, and the next time you fucking forget about it, and that shit comes back around, $50 again. I
thought I was paying about at least 15, and then I looked at my shit and it was like $9 a month billing. I was like, oh shit, and upgrade for the 17 when if you just go right now, it'll be like 20 or 24 for the premium. So I was like, okay, I might as well stay and shit. Yeah. Before I lose my train of thought, I just wanted to close out on the drug thing. So growing up, I was on prescription pills from like 6 to 18. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, ADHD, possible ADD. This was back when ADHD and ADD was two separate things, and possible fetal alcohol syndrome. My mom, drank and did a little meth coke when I was a baby, and I got this little yellow paper that told me all this shit, right?
Yeah.
But I think because I know the pharmacy and the dark side of the pharmaceuticals, how you talk about maintaining, I figured, they give these things to us legally, and in most states legally now, even shrooms are becoming legal.
Yeah.
I found my balance to where, well, fuck it. What do I need a doctor for to tell me to take this Seroquel, amitriptyline, Haldol, Prozac, lithium, Adderall. I love Adderall, by the way, but it's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous, bro. Oh, I love Adderall. And I haven't done that for 2 years. Please, nobody offer me Adderall. But I figure it's the same thing. Is a cat that wakes up, has a shot and a joint in the morning. It's the same thing as you waking up, taking a pill. We only got 15 left, and I gotta split it in half, pack it in my lunch, and take the other one at 4:30. Like, to me, I've just figured out how to balance the recreational.
Yeah,
so I don't over drink. I don't get crazy like that. But
that's the thing.
I do it for mental health, man. Sometimes I really wake up and put Bailey's in my coffee, sip it on the way to work.
Yeah.
Other people was like think that's alcoholic shit, but I really work good.
I mean, it's just a degree, man. One of the things that my girl helped me, she didn't really help me understand, but she kind of just showed to me the different character of like why you're doing it. I think that's what means a lot of the time, why you're doing it. I've known people who used to wake up fucking, they couldn't start their day without smoking weed, like immediately. You know what I'm saying? We used to joke around, like my brother, my cousin, my brother, he used to fucking wake up, smoke, go to that fucking song, that Kendrick Lamar, hold up, drink, pull up, drink. That was him with weed and shit.
That's how I am still with weed for the last 10, 12 years. I mean, I literally will have a bitch.
Same fucking way, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But it's just like, why are you doing it? You know what I mean? And then when I used to drink or whatever, I used to drink when I first got with my girl, it was like a comfortable setting. And I don't know why, but like I was just playing that part of like, coming home from work and, you see the TV dads and shit. They grab a beer out the refrigerator, watch some TV. I had that mentality. Why am I drinking? I love a nice beer, get a little buzz, chilling, watch some TV, had a long day, kind of relax, get a little buzz, just relax a little bit. Not, pounding them back, like, fucking finishing a case a day. Just relaxing, you feel me? And then it was certain things, we'd have a fight, and I'd be like, man, fuck, I'm gonna just give me a beer, I'm about to go on a fucking thing, and then relax, I just wanted, that feeling was what I was getting, you feel me? And she started pointing that out to me, and I understood exactly what she was talking about. Why am I doing it? And that's how you start getting to that addiction mentality where you're like, you start relying on it like you need it. And I think that's where you start to have to question, okay, do I have a problem or do I just enjoy it? Because it's a hard fucking thin line that you kind of got to cross, whatever. And that's where I started like paying attention more. I was like, am I doing this because I feel like I need this right now, or am I doing it just because I enjoy it? You know, and that was cigarettes. I used to fucking get in the car and I used to smoke a cigarette. I used to take the thing, smoke a cigarette. Stand outside for a break at work, smoke a cigarette. That was my shit. Why am I doing it? Am I doing it because I just enjoy it, or am I doing it because this routine? I feel like when I go on break, I need to smoke a cigarette. When I get in my car, I need to smoke a cigarette. That's when you start fucking breaking it down in your own head. Like, that's where the addiction starts to kick in. And then when you stop it, you realize you didn't need it. That's when you start understanding, okay, I have control over this shit. Even right now. This is the first time. I didn't drink all last year, bro. Last year, I had a really fucking crazy year. I had a health scare for the first time in my life. I was always the one never going to the hospital, never going to the doctor, never doing any of that shit. And I finally had something. I was like, I got to the fucking doctor. I got to figure this out. And I was scared as shit. I was scared. I was shaking in the bed, fucking waking IT Tiff up. Like, you know, oh, damn, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm fucking nervous. Like, I don't want to go to sleep and shit. And she stuck by me and kind of coached me through it. And I really understood the strength of having somebody or having something to rely on. And from there, I stopped a lot of shit. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't eat bad. I was doing a lot of things different with my life. But it was also the reason why I think it was another reason why I kind of came so back hard with the show and shit. Like, I really came back really hard. Like, I want to make my life, you know, worth something when I'm doing this shit. Not because I'm dying or anything, but just showed me perspective. And, but I really understood the fact of like, yo, you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And that shit became important to me for the first time. So I started paying attention to shit, yo. Now I can have a drink when I do a show and be cool. I don't overdrive a couple sips. Like, I'm taking some capfuls now. Get a little feel good. I don't need it. I know I don't need it, but it feels good. Talking on Harrison drinking, I can control it. You straight. But when you start relying on that shit, you might just gotta check yourself. You know, check yourself on that shit.
I check myself every couple of years. I do I just did recently on my birthday when I turned 35. I tried to go 30 days without drinking. I went 25. So I did almost 4 shows without it. And then even since then, I might have a beer some nights. But it's just it's enjoyable, you know. And,
yeah, it is.
I had this with my buddy the other day who struggles with mental health. And I'm the dickhead in the group, and I don't want to say too much to my partners, but I got a couple, you know, one guy going through some stuff. And because I feel like I've been through it, excuse me, and we're older, I feel like as you get older, you gotta progress. There's no time to retrogress, you know, like
very true.
And all these same feelings that they're talking about, I swear to God, I felt those when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, at a time when you're most vulnerable. And so, and then you talk to me like, bro, but how can you like wake up and like take a shot in an empty stomach in the morning? Like, who does that, bro? I'm like, I do that, motherfucker. I'm not saying it's an everyday thing, but I think that's why I stay mostly young. I have like an old soul, maybe like, it might be like 65, 35, 30, 65 fucking childlike, 35, a little old. But I stay young because like sometimes I just wake up and I'll be like, you know, I want that little head change. You know, it gives me that little burst. It's like, I just get that boom. And I know I'm going into work, get some coffee, eat some breakfast, you know, just get my mojo sometimes, you know, oil the fucking joints up.
That's why you get back to that, the why do you do it like phase. You know what I mean? Like, you sound like you have a reason for why you do it and shit like that or whatever. Now, I'm not just saying that, you know, the why you do it is like, oh, well, I know why I do it because I like it. No, fuck you. Like, you still gotta, if you want to be honest with yourself, and that's another big thing, like, you got to be honest with yourself too. You know, if you just want to do it, you're going to find every excuse in the fucking planet to make it, you know, good for you. But if you want to be honest with yourself and say, you know, even consider the fact that maybe I do, you know, abuse this a little bit. Maybe I should pay attention a little bit more while I'm doing it. You know, it's just certain things. If you're saying like, hey, sometimes I just like it. Shit, today is one of them days I'm gonna fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna have me a couple of things. But if you rely on that shit every day to try to get by, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up like, Fuck, I gotta, change that tire today. I'm going, boss. I just need that shit. Fuck, I gotta, do the register today. I'm talking to these people. I need that shit. Fuck, I gotta, Then that's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't fucking know either. People got different mental shit too. But at the same time, man, you have to understand there has to be a line where it's got to be some kind of, together understanding. If you're doing some shit to a degree, you might have to chill because there's just some damaging shit. Like you was even saying about like taking pills and stuff like that. One of the big things that's getting talked about now. I saw it on a fucking bus sign. Like damn, motherfuckers talking everywhere, but about fentanyl and shit. And the dangers of it. People are it's really big down here in Atlanta, man. That shit is fucking everywhere.
That's one of the reasons, honestly, why I'm scared to do coke or anything now is because of the rise of that shit.
Shit is crazy. I don't fuck with anything, so I don't know anything about anything.
I feel like I've been so lucky, right? Because I did a lot of shit, bro. Like a lot of shit. Me and my boys, we had a good fucking time. Wolf of Wall Street shit for real. And I got all my faculties. A lot of people I talked to, like, you don't look like you did. That's a blessing. Thank you to the half of melanin I got in my ass, right?
There you go.
Shit's like a fucking protection and shit. You know what I mean? Keeps you, half right.
For some, I'll tell you right now, because Harris, listen, just like you were saying, I didn't do a lot, but I was around a lot and I've seen a lot. Me and JD the Mouth was doing this on our last live we did on Sunday. We were talking about the lifestyle that we came from, and people using drugs, selling drugs, doing mad shit, and like we saw people fucking destroyed, bro. Like from people jumping out the window, burning themselves with irons. Like we saw people be fucking destroyed, raids, cops, like. So it's like it's maybe that's why I never really got involved in the shit too much. Because I really knew what was fucking up. Like literally, the tattoo on my arm was done by somebody who was sniffing coke and shit like that when I was 16 years old. We knew this guy. This fucking tattoo right here, this one, and then this other guy went to the shop to type this up. But my whole King Status shit that I got on my arm, like that was from a dude who was sniffing fucking coke and doing tattoos all of us in high school and shit. And knowing that now, like I can't fucking. I have a son that's 11 years old. Like I would never. I don't even know how fuck I got away with it. But I was wild. So it's like knowing that shit now. That's what that motherfucker's doing, sniffing coke. Fucking while I'm there, halfway through the tattoo, taking an egg, cracking it, dropping the egg part on the floor, and putting the shells in the fucking pan and cooking them. Like I'm sitting alone in this motherfucking house. Skinny white dude named Dave. Fucking crazy. And I saw what that shit was doing, bro. And I'm like, yo, like there's a lot of shit that I look back on. I'm lucky to fucking be here, bro. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky, so I understand what you mean. It's a scary fucking life, yo. You'll definitely be lucky that you're one of the ones who made it through unscathed for the most part.
Yeah. That's why I feel like I've had my blessings. Like one of my scary, even like potential prison sentences and stuff. I told the story a couple weeks ago, but like got pulled over with like a little pound of weed or whatever. But I was about 19, 20, so I thought I was big shit. And brand new car, just had a white t-shirt over the bag. And my car is clean, bro. 2005 Mitsubishi Galant. And I just had the weed behind me on the floor with a fresh white tee. I just bought it from Burlington or some shit over it. Cop pulls me over. I see his nostrils flare up. He looks in my shit. He's seeing everything. Says, "I'll be right back." Runs my name. Comes. This is a warning. Wear your seatbelt. Drive safe. I'm sitting there. So like even things like that, and I get away scot-free. I feel like as a father at this age, trying to go forward, build a business. Be a good man in the community, live amongst harmony and knowing energy, knowing that the drugs really do bring like negative spirits, demonic spirits, whatever you want to put on it. But like that element, I feel like if I give in Now I'll get that bad batch, you know, or after all these fucking years,
karma.
I'm gonna get found with a half a gram of some bullshit coke, not even some good coke, like some bullshit stepped on coke, you know.
I feel you. I felt that same way when I moved to fucking Georgia, man. Like all the stuff that I did, like, you know, I've been arrested, but I didn't get locked up until I went to Georgia, like on some goofy shit too. I locked up twice, you know, being down here. And I said, just like what you're saying right now, like I've done shit where it's like I'm fucking lucky that that I didn't get like whatever I'm talking about from, you know, a lot of crazy shit. And now it's like looking back on everything, I'm glad that my parents did what they did with me, and I still was smart, even though I was making dumb decisions and doing dumb shit. I was glad I was smart about it. I knew where my boundaries were and what my limits were, even though I was wild, but I still knew how to maintain my shit. And things could have been a lot worse for me. But like you said, man, now it's like you'll go to jail for, you know, fucking parking tickets, and you look at that shit like, for this, like, yo, this I should have waited a long time ago. They're fucking gonna catch me now. It makes you like, you know, let me just be cool. Like, yo, I don't want to fuck around.
Speaking on that, like earlier, we're talking about like, you know, stuff that makes us, you know, we do that is feminine or whatever. That might be a clip or whatever, but that's one of the things I've noticed as I get older, man. Like I knew that even young. I knew I was a badass to a certain extent. And I'll just own as a man, like any man would, if you need be for his family, his child. But that's one of my things now is like I wear my seatbelt. I'm talking about I use my fucking blinker. I even be in traffic, so I'm that guy like yo, this motherfucker don't even use his blinker because I'm so paranoid of any interaction to take away from what I got going on. Like I don't want to. Luckily I have not been in this situation with my child. Let me ask you, since you've been a father, like, have you ever been in public and really had to? I had to check a motherfucker for too much cursing twice, actually.
Ooh.
Once in the IHOP in the booth next to us, and then once at the park. Some young kids just like, you know, dropping nigga, fuck, blah, blah, like the language. I was like, hey, guys. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yo, I got my boy right here, man. He's 6. I said, yo, cut that shit out. Boom, boom, boom. So I've done that twice, but I've never, like, you know, really been disrespected in public. Has that ever happened to you to any degree?
What you just said right there, like literally, like I would have to think about the times, honestly. I'm a hot-headed dude, yo. I'm not gonna lie. What you just said, like my studio right here is in my garage. I got a big garage. I got a fucking gym on this side, and then I have you know, a nice studio and shit that I built on this side. So I hear everything that happens outside, like, you know, all the shit's outside or whatever, and kids come outside and play. Now, I am the dad where I don't let my kids just run outside all day and be outside all day and just be involved in everything that's out there all day. Sometimes they go out, they don't just stay out there all fucking day. Like, there's kids that go around here and stay out from 10 o'clock in the morning to fucking 9 o'clock at night for whatever reason they out there for it. But one day I was in here and I was doing some work and shit, and I was doing something, editing and doing something, and the kids was outside. Yeah, you suck my fucking dick, and your mom does, and literally going in. And I said, I opened my fucking door, and I was like, yo, there was across the street in a little field. I was like, yo, y'all gotta chill the fuck out, like literally, like, yo, want some nosy neighbor shit, and yo, y'all gotta chill out, bro. I was like, I hear y'all, and I don't want y'all talking. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, right out like that. And as I was doing it, it was one of those weird things because I was that kid. I was bad, bro. I was fucking bad when I was a kid. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like you said, you understand your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I know damn well, even though I did it, that's why I hate people say this shit like, oh, you were like that. It don't matter. I know better now. Now I need to correct it on my kid so he don't make the mistakes I made. But, you know, as I'm standing there, I'm just remembering, like, damn, this is how people fucking must have felt when I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I was shooting bow and arrows. I fucking found my grandfather's bow and arrow, and I fucking was shooting it through my neighbor's window. We didn't like them. We had these neighbors They used to like tell on me when I used to do shit. And I used to make their life a living hell. They went on vacation. I fucking put sticks and shit in their door. They couldn't get into their fucking house. And I was a fucking rough kid, yo. I did a lot of crazy shit. But at the same time, like, you know, with like, you know, actual people, like, you know, when you go to Walmart and shit like that, I've had to check a couple people. I've had to get away from a couple people. I've really moved my fucking family, you know, told people to fucking, like, you know, hey, take that over there, please. I don't want nothing to do with that. Don't talk to me. A lot of times also with people, it's been a lot of different situations. I can't remember like everything. I know there was another time where I was working my ice cream job, and I was putting ice cream in different gas stations. So I was fucking delivering it to the gas station, and I was loading the little freezers up. And this one time I had like a dolly or whatever, and I had the ice cream laid out so I can just fucking load it and get the hell out of there and shit. But it was a small convenience store. So these two kids came in, and I don't even know they're kids. They're like, you know, whatever, 17, 18, I don't know, fucking. They were old enough to whatever. But they came in, they were talking shit, like, you know, talking shit to everybody that was there. And then he came to me, and he went to like walk over my box, like step over my shit. He could have easily went around, but he went to step over. You know what I'm saying? Just on some dickhead shit. So then his friend was like, oh, you better not do that, or that guy's gonna fuck you up. That's what his friend said, antagonizing the situation. And then, of course, he's gonna say this shit. Oh, he ain't gonna fuck nobody up, blah blah blah, this and that. And that's where you hit, like, you know, what I call the window, where it's like, all right, now my hands are on the window. Am I gonna open it and invite this motherfucker in, or am I gonna just, you know, take the high road and just let my hands be on the window? But I'm ready to open this shit and let it out. And when it was happening, he was saying stuff, and I was like, okay, he's just saying stuff. But if he comes over here and does anything, I'm instant, bro. I'm not trying to sound like a tough guy. I'm not trying to sound like none of that shit. I mean, you ask any fucking person, I'm instant. I'm not that fucking person that's gonna give you a chance to hit me. That's gonna think about it on some. Oh, he might be this. I don't give a fuck. If you challenging me, immediate action is gonna happen, and. Well, I've learned to control it a lot better now that I'm older and I got family and I got shit to lose, like you said. But immediate action. And that's why I try my best to stay away from shit. I keep my family. If I can go shop and leave my family home, I do it. If I can pump the gas in the car, I do it. You know, I try to avoid conflict as much as I possibly can because I don't want to lose everything that I got. I don't want them to be involved in it.
Yeah. And that right there, that's based on about a lot of just respect. So let's say we're in that situation. Let's say I'm the guy. Let's say I'm like one of those two guys. And, you know, I just, you a dude working, doing your thing. When I'm out in public, I'm similar to where I have this feeling, and I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's stupid. Nobody's invincible. But I have this belief, bro, for all the lack of faith and belief that I have, that if a man or a woman, I know there's victims out there, but I'm saying for me and some men, like if I'm truly in my right, like I wake up and I'm just out with my kid, I ain't bothering no fucking body.
Yes. I
have this that almost like, you know, I know how far I'm gonna go by adrenaline, this and this, but I almost feel like I'm gonna adopt these like John Wick powers, and for some reason I'm gonna still come out on top, even if that on top is like in a jail cell for the night until they figure this shit out. I truly, if you're walking in your right, like you're not fucking with nobody, bro. I feel like myself, I'm gonna be at least cool on the other side, you know. And then I have something to justify it too, because I'm not out here. I didn't initiate nothing, sir. You know, I was literally out here trying to be what you guys want, an upstanding motherfucker, pay these bills. You know, I was at Home Depot. This motherfucker hit me over the head with a 2x4, and I had, you know, and but in that regard, like, so I'm very careful of how I speak to other men, for one, and that's the thing too. Women. Let's talk about women for 1 second. Like, they got ability, especially these days, to talk to a man like they're a man, and and the thing with men is we have this respect to where we know we have a sense of how far either one of us are go. And it's a very simple concept. It's like, let bygone be bygone. Boom, boom, respect. What we trying to do, we're trying to create, we're trying to this and this. But a lot of men, they have that other layer where it's like, he ain't gonna do shit. Honestly, in that situation, I'm a motherfucker. I'm not stepping over your box, dude. If there's a space around it, I'm simply gonna go around. And even if I do, I might be drunk. I say, oh shit, hey, my bad, play it. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
No, my bad. I'm just trying to I'm trying to get me a beer before they close, dog. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna be like that, right? And then that's your chance to be like, nah, fuck that, or just recognize like, this is high motherfucker drinking and shit. You know, later
exactly.
He just stepped over my shit. So
yeah, I mean, just like you're saying, you just spoke like somebody with sense. You know what I'm saying? You just spoke like somebody respectable. You just spoke with somebody with an understanding. You know what I'm saying? The problem is when you deal with people who don't have that shit. The problem is when you deal with people who are just looking to cause fucking problems, who are just looking to have something happen. It feels good for them to make somebody else feel bad. And we were just talking about this shit on the live, bro. It's crazy that you weren't there. This is all like the type of shit we're talking about. But it's literally the same type of response that they need to learn you can't do this shit with everybody is what powers me, I feel. Like somebody fucking with me intentionally, I take it super personal at times. Like the guy walking over my car, like I was saying, like I'm cool enough to be on some shit now. Like back in the day, younger me would have been like, yo, hold on, come on. I would have immediately like reacted to it. Instead of just letting him do it and just waiting until it got further, he would have went to step over my car. Or even when his friend said something, I might have been instantly like, hey, yo, bro, don't start no shit, all right? And just said something to him to just, to make sure I was acknowledged in the thing. Like, I hear you motherfuckers, and if y'all start something, it's going to be a problem. I would have did that at a younger age. Yeah. But now I'm strong enough and I'm grown enough to understand, let me chill, relax. It probably won't be nothing unless it has to be something. And you have that kind of, you have that kind of understanding with yourself. And that's what helps keep you out of constant fucking problems and drama. That's how I feel. Like I cannot have a situation. I know how to move away from one big thing is, and my girl's real good at it too. She's real good at it. She sees people arguing in the store. She ain't one of the ones that's gonna stand there and watch it. She gonna get the kids and say, "Come on, let's go to that register over there. We don't need to be around this shit. Let's get the fuck out of here." Yeah. There's no need to assert yourself. You got those people, men and women who something might be happening, and you got the motherfuckers. Well, they better not come over here. And you know what I'm saying? Like trying to make more involvement from them in it, like kind of wishing for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would you want to deal with that? Why do you go to Walmart and think that this is the place to fucking test your strength and shit? Like, you just here trying to buy some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a part of the fucking conflict or the drama that's going on with somebody else. Like, just get your shit out of here. But some people just like to cause problems, man, or be a part of problems or drama, whatever. So.
Yo, like that kind of segues into what I want to talk about, because we just had I'm currently still in Utah. I'll be transitioning to Nevada shortly, but we just had NBA All-Star Weekend over here in Salt Lake City. It was the first time in 30 years, and I got some footage. I'm trying to do a vlog, a little All-Star downtown vlog, and I don't have the Bluetooth hooked up, but I seen two cats fighting. And I don't know how to put it on the screen mid live, but let me see. I want to show you this, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, hold on. So this is exactly what you're saying, right? And let me see if I can hold it up to the screen though. Just somewhat. So I'm walking up. There's two men on the ground, and I'm like, oh shit, they're fighting. Now everyone's standing around, watching. Now I'm kind of weird on certain things, right? I'm still one of them cats that don't want to be. I'm not, even though I'm a YouTuber, I'm not looking for a viral video per se.
Yeah, me neither, man. I'm not into that shit at all.
And now, but I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm glad no police or anything got involved. I was going into this club right here anyway. So I was just walking by them like, let me capture this footage. But I was listening to what they were saying, and all it is drunk rambling, bro. And about 15 seconds after this video, they got up and all hugged. And like, the one dude was smushing his face in the cement. Fuck you, man. No, man. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Dude, get off him, dude. There was like a third guy. He was like, dude, get off him. And there was a few people like, oh, you know, like the tourists or whatever. The tourists or whatever were like, you know, and I was just like, in my head, I was like, I had that moment where I was like, oh, I could run up there, faded, put the camera on him. These motherfuckers probably gonna turn on me, try to whoop my ass. Now but my natural state was like, listen to what they're saying. It's drunk banter. I'm glad the police are nothing to get involved. But 15 seconds later, all right, man, they all got up. And it was like, fuck you, man. No, fuck you still. And they went on about their way.
Yeah, it's to me, it's always better to mind your business, bro. Like you said, you know, we do the YouTube shit, and this is something else that we were talking about too, about like, you know, what you want to be, what do you want to be famous for, what do you want to be, have a following for. You know, it's always better to mind your business, yo. Like, you know, people doing some shit to a degree. Damn, we could go a lot of different places with this right here. Two dudes fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a call the cops person unless it's like, you know, anything to do with kids. Only way I'm getting in is anything to do with kids, or if it's anything to do with like, you know, somebody's like beating up a woman or something like that, or some shit like that, and I'm right there. Like, you know, and even with that, I'm careful. Like, hey, yo, like I might say something. I'm not gonna just instantly go in and fight. I got shit to lose. Like, I can't just be that fucking, you know, Captain Planet. I got shit to lose. Like, you know, I can't have my family fucked up because I'm over here trying to save the day. But I will say something and react to it at least. But for the most part, I'm not that guy who's gonna run up and talk about, you know, I'm gonna put this on fucking World Star tomorrow. I'm not entertaining, you know, that type of stuff. Like you said, man, I think that's the most despicable shit that we have become as a species. When somebody's in trouble and they need help, and motherfuckers' first reaction is literally to sit there and take their phone out and start videotaping them. Yeah. Like, if you really think about a lot of the videos that you watch and you see a lot of people who are recording shit, and then you realize, like, how many lives might have been saved from them motherfuckers that's recording? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people, if they would have stopped recording and just, you know, took a second and say, hey guys, knock it off and shit. Like, hey guys, stop that shit or whatever. Like, don't do that. Yo, stop, whatever. There's worse even. Yeah. How many lives would have been saved or changed just from that reaction instead of motherfuckers trying to go viral and shit? That's a fucking poison, yo. That's a poison. I don't want nothing to do with it. I never fucking will. My kids either. That's one of some of the worst videos when you see, like, you know, you got a son, I got kids. You know, one of my biggest, you know, fears is my son getting into a fight. And, you know, even though I try to teach him, you know, certainly my daughter too. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, people know how to fight. People know how to do shit. People are strong, whatever. Them videos with the kids in school getting picked the fuck up and slammed in their head and they fucking, you know, sniffing out. That shit is horrifying to me, bro. And then knowing that people be trying to do shit like that because they want a video, and then you see your fucking son laying on the ground with his fucking head. That shit is horrifying to me. Like, that's the kind of shit that I think about when I'm like, I don't want to take somebody's baby, like, getting fucking, you know, brain damage, and, you know, just imagine what that parent's at work, got to get the phone call, hey, your son's in the hospital, you got to go. That shit is fucking horrifying, bro. Yeah, I would never be that person.
On the account of stupidity and other kids not being raised right, that's the most thing. It's like that shit could be prevented. You know, there's some things prevented, but when it comes down to those punching games, you know, walking up and just soccer kids. So I got a confession to make. Though. One of the most, I guess even looking back, you could call it bitch made, whatever, sucker. I sucker punched the fuck out of a kid in sixth grade, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his first name, but Mr. Anderson. And I hated this fucking kid, bro. Snobby motherfucker, sixth grade. They used to always make fun of me and shit. I was just going through some mental shit of my own, bro. We was on the court. They could never see me on the court, bro. I was a beast, you know, in the post. Our school had the metal chains on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
that's the shit right there.
And there was some aggression, whatever, you know, foul, you know, whatever. I'm pushing them off and shit, rip my shirt, whatever. The bell rings. We're all rolling in. And like something in my head just like told me just to run up on this motherfucker. And I ran up behind him and just reached around. And I believe I did an open bop, just like hella hard, like bah, and just he went down, his shit started leaking. I broke his nose, got suspended. I was looked at as cool for a minute, but then even in my head, I started sitting back and I was like, damn, I should have got this straight up on him, or you know, as a man, right? If that happened to me, everybody out, I'm on World Star, but back then it was just the whole playground knew, the whole sixth grade knew. So I would feel bad now. It's like, yo, man, like, I mean, not saying, I guess that was a move of childhood aggression, but let's say, because there was no reason for me to hit the kid. I just couldn't. I couldn't handle whatever was dished out on me, and I reacted that way. But now as a man, I would, unless there's a reason to act out, I'm assuming you would already be ready for it, because there's no reason for me to just act out in my rational thoughts unless it's and we're both at that agreement where it's like, motherfucker, you know.
Yeah, and that's the luxury that kids have. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, you don't have all of those, you know, different types of contexts that you're putting together to make a good decision or to make a bad decision. You're kind of just acting out on your emotions. You don't have a lot of reasons to, you know, keep the chains on you. So you kind of just do something like, man, I'm tired of this mother. I'm about to go. I remember how you were saying that was the same way my boy Edson, yo. I used to joke with my boy Edson. Edson was cool as shit. He was, I think he was Spanish. He was like white boy. He was white. Edson was cool as shit, yo. But Edson was one of them dudes where you look at him and he's funny. Edson will fuck you up. And he came from some rough shit. He has some brothers, you know, affiliated in some shit. So he came from some rough shit. Edson will fuck you up. Strong ass white dude, yo. And but he was small. He was real small. You wouldn't even notice that he'll fuck you up. And I remember I was walking, we had a courtyard in my high school and shit like that. Me and Edson was cool. We was cool like since like sixth grade and shit. But we was walking and we were just talking, and out of nowhere, Edson was sitting there like he was like, yo, you see that kid right there? Yeah, I don't like that kid right there, yo. I was like, I don't like that kid. I think it was like the end of the school year too. But he was like, I don't like him. I'm about to go fuck him up. Or he said something like that, like along the lines. And when I tell you, it was just, we were just talking, and he saw him. He's like, yo, B, you see that kid right there? I don't like that kid right there. I don't like him. I'm about to go fuck him up. Just like that. And then he just walked, and the kid, he went to the back of him, and he took his fucking fist and just boom in the side of his head. And the kid fell, and the kid that he hit was walking with this other kid. And I'm standing here just looking at this shit. Like, okay, like I can't believe this fucking happened. All right, just fucking really just went in him. And the kid that was walking, he was walking with his friend. He was like, the kid said something, and Edson was like, "You shut the fuck up too, or you'll get it too," or some shit like that. And I'm watching Edson, and then after he hit him, and the kid ain't say shit else after that. Edson just started fucking just bomb, and just hitting him in the face and hitting him in the head, and the guy's fucked up, face all swollen. And I'm just watching this shit like, this motherfucker just, like, it took nothing. Like, I don't even know what happened. Like, what the fuck? What did he say? But damn, you instantly. I thought, because sometimes you say things, and it's like, I'm gonna fuck that nigga up. And then it's like, maybe you'll devise a plan to do it later. He just, nope, I'm gonna do it right now. That's what it is. Nothing happened. The kid didn't say nothing. That's your emotions, man.
That's what always tripped me out. Was looking back now, I was always in the upper echelon, except for a couple instances. I went to a lot of schools, bro, 18 different schools.
Oh wow!
And I moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So there was a couple times. I want to speak on two things. There was a time, again, in sixth grade. So I thought I was a North Sider, right?
Yeah.
Check it out. It was crazy shit. Living in this small town in Nevada. This was the end of this was the West Side connection. You know, we're out here on the West Coast, Dub C, Ice Cube. So, and these cats were wearing black bandanas. We knew we weren't Southsiders. We knew we weren't the red Northsiders, but we call ourselves Northsiders, and we wore black. And we you know, the thrift store, we get the black bandanas, you know.
Oh yeah.
Pot. And we were fighting a lot, but there was a couple kids. One cat named Lauren, and the other cat Corey. Motherfuckers know who they are if you're in Elko County. And I'm sure these cats are like definitely in, I don't know, hopefully they're still living and they changed their ways, bro. But these cats were like our arch enemies. Deep down, I always knew, because there were stories of these cats had already been to juvenile hall like multiple times. I did a little stint at boot camp or whatever, but we'd always fight. But I knew that they were like pokers, you know. They had stories of stabbing kids, and then you know, we would play these weird games in class where we would like cut our wrists and like see who could go deeper and shit. It was weird. I went home.
Oh man, yeah, y'all was wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like so, and this kid always kept a knife on him, and that's when I started to bring like a little screwdriver or a little box cutter, whatever I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
You know, it interests me that I knew that there was just some kids who didn't. I always knew I had a sense, like a level head on me, you know. And I didn't really fall too much into a little bit I did early on, like I want to be like this or be looked at. But 17, 16, 15, like I started to understand. I was like, yo, I'm only willing to do X amount. This motherfucker really don't have no conscience or thought.
Yeah.
Like, some cats, when they say, I don't give a fuck about jail.
No, fuck, they mean it completely.
I be looking at them like, I definitely care about jail. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, sir. Like, because I went a couple times on the weekend, and I'm like, shit. And this is the good pod. I couldn't imagine the killer pod.
Yeah, bro. I mean, just how you just said it, man. You and even me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I talk a lot about how I was wild, and I definitely was reckless. I wasn't scared to do shit. That was one of the things that was with me. But I was also always pretty good at making friends, reading people. I fucked with a lot of people. I think that's the thing that really got me. I wasn't really big on, like, you know, I wasn't starting shit with people. I was usually pretty cool. I was a laughing kid. I used to rap. So it's like I was always pretty cool with people and shit. Couple of, you know, problems and shit like that. I remember my boy Alan. I know if Alan fucking saw this right now, he'd be remembering this story. Me and Alan was cool as shit. One of the reasons we was cool, Alan was real small. He wasn't big or anything like that, or whatever. But Alan, he was Haitian, and you know, I'm from the fucking hood, like, you know, Elizabeth, New Jersey, went to Elizabeth High School. You know, so the Haitians was big. They were like big fucking, you know, they had a big, you know, about it. Motherfuckers jump out of trees with wrenches and shit, fuck you up like out of nowhere. Alan was Haitian. He was cool with all the Haitians. Me and Alan was cool as fuck. It was a place, you know, spades. We even know each other outside of school. And one time we had gotten into it over a spades game and shit, and Alan had said something. I forgot what it was. We were arguing, and I smacked all the cards off the fucking table, and all on the floor. I just left them on the floor. I was like, fuck you shit. So I'm sitting there, and keep in mind, me and Alan was cool, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I was pissed with him, whatever, but I wasn't thinking nothing bad or whatever. So I'm sitting in lunch and shit, you know, that same day, and this dude named Prince, he came over to my fucking table. And he was like, yo, Alan wants to talk to you in the bathroom. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, yeah, Alan wants to talk to you in the bathroom. So I go with him and shit. In my head right now, this is the kid shit to the grown man shit. Stupid motherfucker, why are you going with him? But I went, you know what I'm saying? I could have got murdered right there. Like, you know, I went into the bathroom, and Alan's in there, and there's like fucking 7 fucking Haitians in there, bro. Rural ass bathroom, 2-stall bathroom. 7 Haitians lined up from the fucking sink to the thing. Alan's standing there by the sink with the one dude. Prince is right by me by the fucking door, so I can't get out. Okay? And then the other niggas is just there. Big Haitian motherfuckers. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking scared as shit. I was like, yo, but this nigga about to fucking kill my ass. Right. I was like, Alan, what the fuck is going on, bro? And he said, this is what Alan said. And this is where you start to learn, like, holy shit, like, I didn't even know I carried this status. Alan was like, nah, Snell. He was like, nah, I know you, Snell. I know you gonna get people to fuck with me. I know you. And I'm sitting there. I never had no fucking intention. I wasn't even interested in it. It was just an argument over fucking cards, yo. I know you want to do this shit. And I'm like, Alan, bro. I'm like, it was fucking cards. Like, I'm sitting there like that. Like, literally, that's how I felt. I was fucking scared, but that's how I felt. But I'm like, Alan, it's fucking cards, bro. Like, I don't even know where this shit coming from, honestly. And then it was like that for a second. And then he finally was just like on some all right shit. And then dude Prince, he was like, y'all cool? Y'all good? And I was like, yeah, we good. I'm like, yo, Alan, bro, listen, it was just card, bro. Like, my bad, bro. It's cool, yo. And I was really cool. We was fucking cool. We was goofy and shit. We could laugh about every fucking thing. But when it happened, it showed me two things. It showed me like there are people that you know you don't want to fuck with, like you were saying before. Like you can feel like you as tough as you is, probably hold your own in a lot of situations. But there's certain times where you have to know how to talk, yo. Because if I went on there on some dumb shit, like fuck you, I don't care, I'll fuck everybody up. Who the fuck? I probably wouldn't be here. Them niggas would have fucked me up ridiculously. You know what I'm saying? But I was always intelligent enough to know when it's time to like, all right, let me just chill. Let's use the mouth on this one. Like, all right, nah, you good, bro. Like, but I really meant it too. I wasn't just on some bitch shit. Like, let me just say something to get out of it. I had no idea that was going to happen. Yeah. But you gotta be smart, man. You can't just go at everything like a raging fucking animal. Because, like you said, even with your boys that was, picking up knives and shit, that was something that we had. I tell this story all the time. One of the craziest times where I was at this this girl, so I think I was getting my hair done or something like that. I was getting twists. And this dude I used to know that went to high school with me and shit. He was on the football team, everything. But I knew he was like, in gangs and shit. And he came inside and was talking. I saw him. Oh, smells good, bro. And I'm fucking get my hair done and shit. This motherfucker's in the sink cleaning the knife with blood on it and shit. They had just got done stabs by it. I'm like, and I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm like watching. I'm looking at the fucking clean the knife off and shit. And I'm like, this motherfucker just got done stabbing somebody and shit. And like just carrying the conversation. Like ain't nothing wrong. Even in that moment, I could have been, hit. They got up, whatever reason they wanted to. And it was just constant reminders like that I think back on, and that's why I have my shit with my kids. Like I don't want my kids involved in everything. There's so many times that I really am really lucky to still fucking be here, because it was a lot of shit that I was into, man. And I think because of the way that my parents brought me up, the family that I had is the reason why I didn't get into way deeper shit than I could have been. So it's important to know your boundaries and shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm naturally a quiet guy. I'm more introvert than extrovert, and I think naturally, I always have this saying like I'm always the quietest guy. I'm never the loudest guy in the room, and usually I'll just sit back. And sometimes they mistake the quietness for weirdness and shit, and I'll be the whatever.
Yeah.
Older, a lot of anxiety. Now when I get older, I just sit and I observe. I always speak when spoken to out of respect. I'll answer your fucking question. I don't always initiate a lot of conversations in public, even when I'm working. Like I even let them know, hey, boom, names is boom. Like I'm here if you need something. But that saved me a lot. Just not being. I don't have a need to jump up and bark. Yeah. Even with my ego. Yeah. More so as a father, I'll just sit back and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll let that one slide. That's nothing. It's a little bit okay, whatever. And I'll kind of talk to myself in the car on the way home. But luckily, I've never been tested in front of my son. One of the things that freaks me out, I don't want to wish it on the podcast, bro. I'm not going to wood, man. Getting fucked up in front of your kids, bro.
For your kid, yeah, that's gonna be a bad fucking feeling, man.
Like not even like we're not just talking punk, like spoken loud to and putting your like literally like what's up, motherfucker? Yo, that right there always keeps me in check because I'm always like, okay, if anything, I'm gonna be Superman and I'm gonna lift the car and like this one time. I got this one time to whoop some ass and tell a story. It's gonna be now, but it's not gonna be like I initiated it getting fucked up. But that terrifies me. Like, oh, my son never see.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times where like you said, like you definitely want to be that motherfucker who was like, oh, my son's here, I'm gonna be the Hulk and shit. I think the thing that's scary about that situation, like I remember one time I used to, when I used to work for Comcast, they let us take the trucks home and shit. And you know, that was the only car I had. I was doing that shit for 3 years. I had no car down here in Atlanta, and so I used to use the truck, fucking do grocery shopping. I used to just laundry, all that shit. And I used to pick my son up too. And you know, I can say it now, I don't work for that shit no more. But I used to pick my son up every time I got off from his grandma's house and shit like that, and then you know, take him home. So one of the nights I was in the truck, and the truck had like a ladder on it. The ladder was long. It used to go over my thing, and sometimes I wouldn't put it up right, and it would be too long in the front. So it was nighttime, and I was going home, and there was this guy on a motorcycle, and I didn't see him. I honestly didn't fucking see him. And it was like a light, and I guess I turned because I had to make a right turn. And I guess I turned, and I guess I don't know if I cut him off, or maybe I drove too close to him, or I turned, you know, whatever, and I didn't see him, whatever. But he came and he pulled up in front of the truck, and he like pulled sideways like to stop me from moving and shit. And I had my son right in the front seat of the car, and I'm in the thing, and I'm looking, and I don't know what the fuck is about to happen. I don't know if this guy's about to pull a gun. And he stopped the fucking bike, took his hands off the thing, and put his hands like on his lap. Like he was like this, like he was sitting there, and he had the helmet on, and he had glasses on, and he turned his head, and he turned to us. And he gave us the finger. Like he stood there with the finger and just like stuck the finger out at us. And I'm saying to myself in my head, like, what the fuck am I about to do right now? Like, I don't know if this guy's got a gun. I don't know what he's about to do. Do I run him over? I don't know what's going to happen. And within that time of me trying to figure out what's going on and shit, you know, luckily he, you know, got back on, he started shit back up and drove off. But that little bit of time, you know what I'm saying, where it could have been my son's life, and no bullshit. You know, people got shot for less. It could have been my son's life. You know, you would think, oh, I'm gonna be fucking Hercules and shit right now. Oh, I'm not running this motherfucker over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have ran him over and shit. That little bit of time, it only took like fucking probably like 15 seconds, but it didn't feel like a lot longer. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do first. I didn't know if it was coming. I didn't know if my reaction would have been, you know, before his reaction. So it's like, I could have been fucked. I could have been shot. I could have been what's called. I'd have thrown up with my son if he started shooting. I don't fucking know. Anything could happen. That dude controlled the situation. And it's the shittiest fucking feeling. Like you were saying, talking to yourself about it and stuff like that afterwards. That's a big thing, because I was in the fucking car and we were actually following him. We were actually fucking following him after, just because we were going the same way, not intentionally. But you know, he actually stopped and let me go around him, and of course dropped the N-bomb. I was a old white dude over here in Georgia, fucking nigger and shit like that when we were passing by. And you know, but in my head I'm just like, anything could have fucking happened in that situation, yo. I always remember that. And it's the reason, like I said, it's always cool to just be as nice as you can. Oh, how you doing, sir? No problem. Nah, take it easy. Yo, the road rage shit, that's a big thing. The road rage shit, I don't fuck with the road rage shit no more, bro. I'm not the giving you the finger dude anymore. I used to be big on it. Fuck you, all is it? I don't do that shit no more, bro. Anybody can just fuck your whole life, even if they don't hit you. You know, hit my daughter in the business. I'm not. I'd rather just, are you an asshole? Oh, you an asshole. Let me get the fuck away. All right, let me go around. Are you going slow? I don't got time for the bullshit. You know what I mean? As non-confrontational as you possibly can be, yo.
Yeah.
And then when somebody fucks with you and you know you're non-confrontational, now you got the ability to flip. Like, I know I hate doing this, and you still, all right, now I'm going to fucking show you why it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
And,
that's
you know what I mean? Like, that's how
I feel. Like I'm just in my own until it's like someone else has to activate that switch. It can be on. It can be on. I drive like I don't know. I'm so fucking chill, man. Like I drive slow regardless. Usually, because my eyes a little squinted, right? I put my seatbelt on. I ain't going nowhere, man. We all try to get to the same fucking spot. The thing that pisses me off is these cocksuckers. And I stay in the middle lane, bro. Everybody want to drive in the left and the right. If you don't gotta pass nobody, get your ass in the middle lane. If it's 3 or more over, you just boom, hit your left, go around, back in. But I hate the people too that were like, we're both getting off the exit. It's a quarter mile away, but you go get in front of me, and then comes to the red light.
So goofy, man.
but I gotta break my smooth ass stride, hit my brakes, go down to 45, exit still, when we could all just be in sync.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah, I've never been road rage, bro. I've had a few people. That's why I like to drive too, because I'll be honest, man. I hate the way my lady drives. She's fucking. This is a crazy thing. I'll snitch on her for 1 second, like, bro. Even now, they're out every day. It don't matter. She can get in the car. She be pulling out, right? Call me on the Bluetooth. Hey, babe, I'm just leaving the store. I'm coming home, and like, I'm always like, fucking bitch. I'm like, whoa, what happened? No, this fucking like every time. Yeah. It's are you stupid? People are stupid. I'm over here like, babe, you realize it's you, right? Like I go out every fucking 100 miles a day for my journey back and forth, 7,500 a day. I don't have no stories about nothing. I'm just I pull out. I'm chilling. I'm like. Every time on the phone, that shit irritates me and shit. Like, fucking bitch, she just pulled. I'm like, no, I'm sure.
Yo, do you ever? This is some shit that I also think about being like especially when it's like baby daddy, baby moms and shit. But you with your girl. But do you ever like look at some of the things that your girl does, and you try to make sure that she does them better? Like in this case, like driving and road rage. You don't just think about it like it's just her now. Now you got to think about it. Oh, when she takes my son, does she still do this? So now she's endangering my son while she has him, doing this and shit. I used to think about that a lot with, my son's, mom and stuff like that. Like, my situation is crazy. I was in fucking, Jersey for the first year of my son. First or second year maybe of my son's life or whatever. I went back to Jersey. I came down here for his first year, and then I went back for the second year, and then I moved down. But I just have to just trust that she was raising him right. I was never really able to see him, not too much at least or whatever. She used to Zoom me sometimes or whatever, but or whatever it was called, Skype or whatever. Back then. But I just have to just trust that she's taking care of your kid, and there ain't no men fucking around your kid and all that weird stuff or whatever. But it's like when you know that the girl got your son in the car and then she flipping out and shit like that. Like, do you ever feel the need to be like, yo, listen, I don't want you to do shit like that no more? Like, check her on some shit like that. Like,
yo,
make sure you're not doing stuff like that because I don't want my kid in danger and shit.
Bro, this is a great one right here. I know we touched on your show a lot because I don't want to say too much to personal, but I'm going through a transition and everything, but not that kind of transition, A through Z community, a moving transition.
Classified.
Nowadays they be clipping the Harry's going through a transition now. No, see, I'm old school. And this is why I say I do have a dope ass baby moms, man, dope ass lady, because she's more traditional as well. And we can get into the race factor too. I like Latino women. I love black women, and I would love to be with a black woman, but I'm not around enough in Nevada and Utah. I mean, they're just the type. I probably need to go find a nice, eloquent, soulful Southern black woman. But either way, so Latino women, I find that they'll be more traditional. They're more even subservient, if you will. Now, I didn't know this about myself, but since I've become a father and even like creating a podcast, I'm creating a family. Like I'm understanding how I behave outside of the home affects him, how my woman represents me outside the home represents me. And so I come across kind of like, I feel like almost like a dictator, bro. Not in the sense that I'm very chill, man. I have like 20% jealousy, and I say that like I am territorial. I just want to feel secure in the fact that I know she ain't giving her energy to nobody else. I would honestly be cool with the bitch fucking around on me physically and mentally. Really? Like if man, the body, I wouldn't want to know about it, but I don't want to. I have a big thing about like like I'm on social media for the promotion, the this and this. I'm here for a reason. I'm literally not talking to no bitches. I'm not trying to be up in nobody's DMs. I'm not,
shit, bro. I don't know how people make time for that shit. I'll be honest, yo.
And so I let her know like this, like, so I do set standards or like parameters or ultimatums and this and that. And I'll tell her too, like, you give me some too, like what, because there should be things that man or female, you do and you don't accept for yourself. Like, I am a man. I will not accept this. I am not holding your fucking purse, bitch. Leave it in the booth in the corner. Feet. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I don't care. Okay, cool. That's your thing. And then when it comes to a family, I want my family to do this. Like, no fucking questions. We can do everything else. Everything else is a work in progress, but we do this. So I don't know. We got a pretty good like understanding, but yeah, I don't have an issue with like telling her certain stuff. And she's pretty responsive, But there is times in myself, bro, where I wish this was 50 years ago, bro, and I could make a fucking broad do this shit. Like, bitch, you are gonna do this shit. Like, fucking, you know that old school law. I'm not a woman beater. I'm not a woman beater. I have trauma from seeing my mom beat.
Yeah.
That law where back in Kentucky or some shit where you can take, as long as you whooped your woman's ass on the front yard, it was acceptable. I wish I lived like that.
I feel you though, man, because it does get very challenging, man. It does get challenging because I think, for the most part, like you said, like, you're not just, it doesn't sound like you're just on some I just want to control you shit. It's just like, if you're like me, like, you just want to make sure everything is working out. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure everything is going well. You want to make sure that, your kid's good, your family's good, your girl's good. Like I said, like, a lot of people be thinking, it'd be easy for somebody to think like I'm on some control and shit. Like I said, I don't really let my girl go pump gas and shit by herself and shit. If I can do it, I do it. I have the ability to take that, from her, and I do that. I don't want her by herself in places. If I have the ability to shop for the house by myself, I do it. We don't got to go out all the time, the whole family out every fucking day. Nah, bro. I mean, when we go out, we go out. But to do every task and have my family always around the environment where shit can always happen, I personally feel like if I can change that, keep everybody inside, go out when we need to, and just provide like that way, I enjoy that responsibility as a man. Like, I like being the dominant man of my family. My girl, she's the dominant woman of our family. I take on the protective role and please listen to me when it comes to this. Please listen to me when it comes to this. And for the most part, she's actually really good. I can't even bitch. Like, we still get into our things where she's very stubborn in ways with certain things, but she's real understanding to, like, if I'm saying something, she might not like it, but then later on, after we, get pissed with each other and shit like that, she'll come to me like, yeah, you were right. Like, I understand, maybe this is this way or whatever. But it's important to me to at least listen to the things that I'm saying that I feel like are going to keep you safe and keep things working properly. And, dealing with 3 kids and now a fucking dog, and, dog want to shit in the yard. He don't want to shit. He wants to, what I'm saying? He's pissing in the house and pissing me off. So it's like dealing with all of that shit. Like, all this shit is full circle. Like, I love these conversations go full circle. Like, we're talking about having the candles and relaxing and, taking the, everything is a factor when you're with the family, man. When you're trying to fucking keep people alive, keep people fed, keep people safe. That shit is probably the biggest task that you have to do in your life. Yourself is one thing. You can eat fucking peanut butter sandwiches for the rest of your fucking life if you need to survive. You can fucking live under a tree, and do whatever. But when you have a kid, now you got to live under the tree and watch your kid live under the tree. Damn well you don't want him there. You don't want him getting bit up by bugs. So now you're going to try harder to do better at your life so he doesn't have to live under the tree. You got 3 fucking kids and a wife and a dog and everything else. Now you got to make sure all of them. So it's like the stress if you are a parent, even not even just a man, but a parent. Somebody who's trying to provide and also be a good, role model and shit. It's important to try to establish the boundaries where I need you to do this for my sanity. I need you not to fucking, drive crazy and shit like that. to help me. You know that you understand that you need to not do that shit so I can feel safe when you do go out. So I can feel not stressed out when I'm like, oh, my baby's on the road. She got a fucking road trip. I know she used to be flipping on cars, hoping my shoot her ass in the head. You know what I'm saying? I need you to understand. I hope she doesn't leave the fucking keys in the car and go and pump the fucking gas with my daughter in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all the shit that you know I see, or you see, or people see, or hear in the news that you gotta fucking consider. And then you hear that shit on TikTok video, and you gotta call your girl like, yo, babe, listen, I just saw this video about this fucking, you know, woman leaving her son in the car while she's in the fucking gas station. Now I gotta call my girl, baby, please don't ever do stupid shit like that. I know I would never do that. Yo, I know you would never, but just don't ever do that shit, all right? And you have to fucking do that for your own sanity, man, because, you know, these people are the most important people that you got to keep alive, bro.
Let me you. I have this thought in my head since we're on this thing and everything, and you know, men and some of our do's and don'ts, insecurities. Okay, how do I lay this out? Let me lay out a scenario. I'll just say in short, I would like to live in a world, and I think I semi do, outside of like 3 guys that I would trust home alone with my woman. I mean, 5 guys really, but I'm gonna put 3. There's like 3 of my brothers that I could literally like, yo, I'm gone. Like, I would literally trust them to replace me when I'm not there, whether I go to the store, whether I'm whatever. Or like, hey, you know, oh shit, I'm about 30 minutes away, bro. Just you know, hey, call wifey. You know, she'll let you in. You know, just go chill in the den. You know.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of, so that I'll lay that out there. What type of guy in that scenario are you, as far as like, you know, do you have? And I say that too because over here in Utah, like the Mormon Church, when they do their knocking on the door, it's required if there has to be a man in the home present. So, and I think it's out of respect too. Like, I would like to live in a world that if I was not home, I don't give a fuck if it's the mailman, the plumber, the maintenance man. If I am not home, there will be no male presence entering this doorway.
Yeah.
So is that a old school dictator? Am I too old school thinking? Is that right? Yeah. What's your opinion on all that? And
I definitely don't think you are. I actually had that today. You know, believe it or not. This morning I had called. We had some old furniture and shit in our backyard. We had a pool that got fucked up. So we got rid of shit. And we had the junk removal guy come. And I actually set the appointment up this morning, early this morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I thought that they were gonna call. So I went out and I had to take care of some business and shit like that or whatever during the morning, and I'm driving. And she's calling me, and I'm using the fucking GPS or whatever. But she's calling me, and I'm wondering why she's calling me. So I pick up the phone, and she's like, "Yo, babe, there's a man outside, outside the fucking door." And I'm saying, like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh, there's a man outside. I don't know what's going on. He's fucking just standing outside our door right now." So as she's calling me, the fucking junk removal people call me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's right, they're coming or whatever." I didn't know they were gonna come. I thought they were going to call and, you know, see if the appointment was good or ask, like, you know, what do you need and shit. So they just showed the fuck up. But I told her, I was like, "Yo, babe, that's the junk removal guy. He's actually there." So right there, like you said, with that in my head, I'm fucking 20 minutes away. So I'm like, I can't get back to the house. I need this guy to do this shit or whatever. This is why I said before, like, it's good to talk to your girl or talk to whatever and establish those boundaries. Don't let nobody in the house when we're not here. I don't give a fuck who he is. Or if he is there, I'm on the video call. I'm, you know, checking to see. I got cameras in my house and shit. And my girl know where the guns are. She knows where all the fucking weapons I got hidden in this bitch. So it's like I set my shit up for success at least. You feel me? Like, so it's like when he came, you know, she called me, told me right away. She didn't open the door. We got the cameras in the front. We're always able to know what's going on. She knows she will not fucking touch that door if I'm not there. And it's not on no respect shit like, oh, I can't do this because my husband said so. It's on some, I'm trying to be safe in my house because there's nobody else here. I got my kids here. Even if my kids weren't here, I'm here by myself. So let me fucking be safe and, you know, just play it safe at least. Yeah. And that's how she does it. I don't want dudes in the house while I'm not here. If they have to be there, we've had a time when like the cable guys had to come. We had a time when a guy had to come look at the attic and shit like that when I was at work. I don't like it. If I can be home, I definitely will try. But if not, she'll be on the phone with me, video call, make sure everything's good. I always take the gun, put it right in her fucking desk drawer, right where it is, stuff like that. Like, so I don't think that you're out of it. Also, I do have people that I know for a fact that I can have around my fucking, my girl, and they wouldn't do shit, and vice versa. And it's been proven, time after time. One, my brother Greg, he passed last year, which sucks dick. But like that's JD the Mouth's like real brother. And but Greg used to have this. He used to date this girl. We used to call it the Real World house because they moved into it. And it was a 3-story fucking house. I got stories for years with this house. But we stayed there for 7 months rent free. The person had foreclosed on the house when we, like, a little while after we moved in there. And I was on the 3rd floor. Jay and them was on the 2nd floor, and then their brothers and dad was on the last floor. So we was just living in that bitch, having fucking time of our lives, yo. And Greg would go to work overnight. And after he'd go to work, his girl would be there, and I'd be in there chilling with her. And I'm not gonna lie, she was in her fucking underwear and shit. And I never, ever for a second, not even thought ever. We used to talk shit, take pictures, watch Making the Band. We never, ever thought of anything to fuck with anybody like that, bro. And vice versa. Jay, when he first moved to Georgia, he's staying here with IT Tiff, talking about me, talking shit about me and stuff like that or whatever. I got people that I know I can trust, man, and I know they trust me. I would never overextend, like cross that boundary in any type of way, like any type of fucking way, man. So I know who I can and don't like you.
Yeah. Fucking Facebook shit going off. I don't know how to mute that shit, but yeah. So like, I'm one of those cats. I've been in those situations. Again, out of respect, I feel kind of weird. Almost being in that situation. Like, I have a half brother and stuff, was around him, different scenarios. Like, I'm one of them cats too. That's, for one, it should be on the woman. Like, your woman should know, first of all, like, say you got to run to the store and it's too much hassle to, hey, you want to come with, stay here, watch the kids, the game's about to come on, roll the blunt, I'll be back. Cool. But I'm one of the motherfuckers. Like, I like shit so transparent and so out in the open that I'll almost like in this one scenario when my brother left, he just walked out and he closed the door. I just opened it behind him and stood in the doorway. All right, bro, I'm right here. Motherfucker came back like 15 minutes later, the door's still open. Bitch, why the fuck the door still open? The fly. I said, man, just chilling, bro. Just walking back and forth. Almost so he, what I mean? Like, yeah, out of his wife was upstairs, boom. But I'm that kind of cat. Even if we're kicking it, hey, Harry, I had to go get some wires from my neighbor, fucking whatever. Just stay here. I'll be like, all right, cool. And it's like me and your wife or whatever in the living room. I don't know. Even my spidey senses go off and be like, I'll like check my phone and like go out in the back or just. I don't know. I'm always that kind of guy too. I'm aware of shit because I just know. Yeah. And it goes with my intentions though. If my intentions are good, I don't even want to like have motherfucking get my intentions mixed up. I'll just, like that's why sometimes I'm quiet and I'm weird. Like
a trust thing though. We're just asking like a trust thing to where it's like you don't feel like you would do something because your intentions are good. But you feel like maybe she might try something, or it's just like the opportunity is just too much there.
Not even that. Like sometimes just me, like in my paranoia, I might have respect for you or wherever the situation where I don't even want. I just feel weird. Like I feel weird in your place. Like unless I'm your dog, like, hey, I'll be right back. Hold the shit down. I'm gonna fucking die for your family. Like, yeah, you're not there. But in that situation, I'll just be like I don't know. I'll just go stand by the window or like look out and whatever. Like almost out of a respect thing too, for where it's like
Yeah. I mean, it does mean something too, because it's difficult when you're dealing with like your mates and girls. That's one of the reasons why I'm not one of those people that is like, oh, male and female friends and all that shit or whatever. I'm not one of those people that have the greatest understanding with that shit. People like to make it seem like that's not a reasonable argument to have. Like, I don't want you chilling with your friend John every fucking week, or I don't want you talking to him every 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he's your work friend, whatever, bro. Like, it's too close, man. Does John like women? Oh, he's married. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens. Let's not act like we don't live in a world where we don't know. Shit happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Arguments happen. And next thing you know, there's a potential situation that could arise. We understand the shit. Yeah. You have a relationship with somebody. It's not paranoia either. It's just simple respect. Like, if you're married or you're with, you shouldn't be at the club every week without your husband, or, you shouldn't be at the club every week at all, in my opinion. But, you shouldn't be at the club every week without your husband. You shouldn't be at the fucking strip club every week without your wife. Like, there's just certain understandings that I think that you have to that you need when you're in a committed relationship. Yeah, I don't understand how you can't see that shit either.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I almost expect I know what a man's desires, testosterone brings, and I know that we'll fuck damn near anything, whatever. So I'm always like, I know my woman physically, she's not gonna. I'm not gonna say not gonna, but I just I know her. She really cool like that. Like, she's not tripping off the sex like that. But there was just some instances where it's like, yo, but you pretty much have a fucking work husband, as they call it these days, right? Or a work whatever. Oh no, just sometimes you send me a text in the morning. No. Ain't nobody sending you a text in the morning.
That's too much. That's too much right there.
Yeah, that's like a form of cheating, or that's like a thing to where it gets under my skin, to whether either he's plotting to get in your panties and he's trying to break you down, see a weak point to when you come into work flustered, like, this is a fortress. Like we're trying to build some shit. The outside world is getting us.
Exactly.
It's like no information from this bedroom is supposed to be leaked outside of the room. Like, we gotta keep. I don't need some motherfucker telling me this and this, or knowing, and he was upset the other night, and what the fuck? Ain't no motherfucker out here should know what's going on.
Yo, listen, this was crazy. This conversation, damn, I've been wanting to touch on like some things too, but I like the way this shit is going. I'm just letting it rock. I'm not gonna break it. I had a question I wanted to ask you a minute ago, but I'm gonna let it go. It's important, like you just said like the fucking key words, man, to having like a full understanding. If you want to understand it, because I think one of the problems is people who want to have the work husbands, who want to invite that kind of attention, they don't want to understand, and that's why it's even more of a problem. It's not a problem if you're just like, thick-headed and you just can't get it. I mean, it's difficult, but it's not a problem because you just don't understand until you finally understand. But if you don't want to understand because you want to entertain other situations, that's where it's really a problem, because you're basically saying, no, I should be able to have this guy text me in the morning and shit. You said fortress. Like, we're together. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's so fucking difficult for people to understand this all together. We're together. Any outside interference that's coming in between our togetherness, I don't give a fuck about the words you want to use or foundation you want to use. Anything that's coming in between that is a potential threat to our fortress, all right? It's a fucking invasion that can happen. So what do? You can't be paranoid and never talk to anybody on the fucking planet. No, what you do is you establish healthy boundaries for the fucking relationship. Hey, you got a work husband? That's fun. Cool. This nigga calling you at fucking first thing in the morning, texting you, that's a problem. Okay, like it's understandable. I'm not fucking irrational. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking problem. Like, why is he texting you first thing in the morning? See, the first thing on his brain, like, he got his coffee. He said, "Oh, but tell Helen this joke I dreamt about." Like, fuck you, nigga. You're trying to have too much involvement in a situation that's not yours, yo. I mean, and at the end of the day, you are stepping on toes. You are disrespecting my fucking boundaries. So now I've got to approach you with it, bro. And that's why I think that, you know, in some cases, there are a lot of, I hear this more than I hear, you know, men say it. I hear women have this argument like, oh, I have male friends, and if you don't like my male friends, don't be with me. Listen, if a man hears that shit, if you want to be in a committed relationship, if you're just fucking around, you just whatever, then, you know, just deal with it. Don't argue afterwards. But if you hear that shit and you're trying to be adjusted with somebody and really take somebody serious, run. Because anybody who's trying to be serious with you, but they're still establishing connections that they don't want to, you know, at least parts of the connection that they don't want to break. You know, you think you're still going to talk to this guy the same way as when you're single, when we're together. You're not even attempting to make shit different. So we already got a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I have any kind of faith that anything is going to go any kind of positive way if you can't even establish a boundary from then and now?
Let me keep snitching on myself and be honest. Like I'd love to just tell people really what I do, and then my fucking co-host finally found his way on the show 2 hours.
Oh, Ray, where you at, Ray? I can wait a minute.
I'm gonna bring him on. But let me say this, man. So recently, upon getting them back together and everything, and this is another thing that people ask, oh, this and this. I had to see my girl's phone recently, right? I asked her, and she's like, oh, this again. This was a thing, like, just there's something about this social media shit, bro. I know all the evil shit that goes on. I got the folders and the porno and all this shit, like, and so sometimes when they're just sitting there on that motherfucker, bro, and so I had to be super transparent with her, and I said, I gave her all the passwords to everything. She got everything. She got the Facebook. She got the goddamn computer. She knows all my shit. I said, my password is boom, boom, boom. On this device. I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm in business mode. I ain't talking to no tricks, no bitches. I ain't sending no dick pics. I sent them before. She caught me before. Cheating, all that shit. But I had to stress to her, like, I grew up the last couple years. I'm really out here, like, I ain't got time for none of that bullshit.
Yeah.
I asked to see her. Now, I've had this conversation before. A lot of men like, oh man, you can't be asking that's a weak man thing. Like, that shows insecurity. I said, yeah, a little bit. But I said, you know what? Because we're back and everything, and it's like, it's a thing. I said, if you're spending so much time on your device, for one, and I know that you're not working towards nothing, and like, you're just a social media, whatever, liking and shit. But I said, there's something in me that I just want to feel secure. Boom, okay. Because I want to know if you have that work. I want to know what's going on in your life. And with this fucking devices, it's really secret. Like, we're on it when we're eating. We're on, the movie's about to start. We're still on it. I don't know. In my fucking brain, it just gets
35 minutes.
It gets me like, okay, like what? It's like, no, I just play this game and this and this. And I know she's truthful because in the spot, like in the moment, boom, here you go, motherfucker, making me feel like a dipshit. Like, there's nothing, like, you're fucking psycho, like you and your thoughts. And I'm like, yeah, I got some fucking thoughts because you're doing some weird shit on the phone. And I tell her, I said, look, I'm over here promoting.
I feel you, bro, and it's not like, it's like we're saying, and not just for boys and shit, but to look at your girl's phone and your girl look at your phone and shit, it does suck, man, because it's like you're basically just trying to assure yourself that shit ain't fucking up, and I get it. I don't agree with it. I think looking at somebody's phone is the worst thing you could do. As far as just like, needing to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
me, and I kind of feel bad too because I always hype my relationship up, like, we don't got issues and stuff like that. Like, I talk a lot of shit, I talk very highly, but I can honestly say, me and IT Tip, man, we have such a fucking strong relationship as far as like trust and honesty and shit like that. Like, we got our other issues in other areas, but as far as like trust and honesty, and I mean, listen, there's not a. I could leave IT Tiff in a room full of naked niggas, and I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure nothing will fucking happen, yo. I've never been that secure in a relationship or a mentality in my fucking life. But I honestly can say that, like, truthfully, like, I would be fucking shocked, you know, if they paid her to do something on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of the most loyal fucking women. I mean, half Japanese, you know, I'm black and Japanese. I mean, she's just not about that shit, yo. Right. So I do kind of feel like I'm cheating when it comes to that. I mean, I'd be shocked if I ever found out that even she entertained somebody else. I mean, you know, but we tell each other every fucking thing, yo. Like, you know, she's my manager. Like, you know, she's literally the one. She's got all my passcodes. She saw a sex toy that I bought the other day, and I forgot to tell her about it or whatever. I bought one of them fucking massager things, them personal dick suckers. I finally saw it. I finally clicked on it. I was like, fuck it, I'm buying it. I'm gonna try it. I want to see what it feels like. And it was whatever. I threw it out. Like, I didn't even keep it. But I buy shit for her. I buy shit for me. Like, we do different shit. We fuck around. We don't play. Like, so it's like, I don't have the same kind of mentality that somebody who's like, oh man, I gotta make sure that, you know, she's gonna work and she got a work husband, she got this. So damn, I don't know what to fucking think right now. Yeah. That shit can boggle your mind, and it can get hard. It's hard to trust somebody, but it's just like you kind of just have to, man.
For me, because we've been apart, you know, there's been a break and everything, and it was really just, let's get on the same level. And then Ray, I'm gonna bring you in. It was just like, you know, for one, I wanted to ask you in the moment, not know, you know, see the look in your eyes, see if you're a little,
get the whole read.
Not only that, because, you know, I heard things. She clarified them. Let me know I'm the one with fucking schizo paranoia in my brain, and I was like, and I simply said, okay, what about this? Like, you know, talk about. I said, look. I'm not gonna sit there and go through your phone. But I said, if we're out somewhere, boom, boom, some shit happened. I said, I feel like you should know my password. I should know yours. Just an emergency. If my phone's dead, we're out with the kids. What the fuck? And we're living together. I definitely should. We should know each other's passwords. Now, when it comes to like, oh, I'm gonna be checking it every morning, every day. Nah. The fact that she did that just for me initially, and okay, boom, it's the password. Like it assured me to like. All right, that's all I wanted. That's all.
It. Good. I feel good. Yeah, the relief was there.
If there's a fucking live shooter, I could. My phone's dead. I could go and boom, boom. Not, you know, whatever. You know, you can call 911 without. But yeah, like that shit assured me. You know, so. But I don't want to be in a relationship to have to do that.
Yeah, that's what's important. That's what's important, man. That's what I feel is important. You don't want to have to always constantly have to fucking, you know, verify it. Like, oh, she doing something. Nah, man, damn, I don't know. This time it might be that, you know, because when will it end? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you wind up in them struggling relationships with those people who are just a little bit too insecure about everything that's going on. You know, you gotta just let shit rock, man. You know, if you feel this type of way, hopefully you're able to talk about it. And unfortunately, you know, everything can't be really good. Everything can't be like perfect and shit, but if you're not able to speak to the person that you got, you know, and really just talk on some honest shit, like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I feel this way, but I'm constantly just tell her, like, you know, I'm constantly wanting to check your phone because damn, you're on your phone all the time. I know you ain't doing nothing, but damn, I'm just trying to figure what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Then you just hope for that. Hey, I'm not doing shit. I just got this. I'm just on here. It ain't nothing. And then you gotta just take it, like, all right, man, it is what it is.
Hey,
and just let that shit rock.
And honestly, and she gets sense when there's something on me. After we talk about it, I'm the one sitting there feeling like, damn, okay, I'm the dumbass. Like, I was, you know, but I'm cool now. I just wanted to know you got 71 games. You're doing this. And then sometimes just the movements. Like I tell her sometimes, babe, and I'm bad with it too. You know, we take a shit with the phone. We gotta take the phone to the bathroom. But I literally
3 hours.
But again, bro, because maybe I've been in this situation before. I'll purposely, like, if I gotta go take a piss, I don't need to take I leave it right there on the couch with her. Or like other night we went out to dinner. I'm like, hey, babe, I gotta go take a piss, watch my phone. Boom, you know the password. So even that sets her at ease. Boom, because sometimes even like in movements, sometimes if I'm coming around the corner and like you just happen to be putting your shit away, you really might have been done with your message, but I don't know, like maybe I'm over the top with shit, but sometimes like I literally analyze shit. Like,
you paying attention? Yeah, I mean, listen, you're not wrong in like your understanding of the situation is not wrong. It's just the fact is you can't accuse because of your suspicions. I mean, somebody, you turn the corner and all of a sudden it's like this and shit, but you didn't realize she was about to do that anyway, but it just happened to fall in that situation. I feel you, but it's like it sucks to be in that situation. That's why it's like, bro, it's like a lot of situations, man, you have to be able to trust. And I mean, I understand, y'all situation, you guys, like you said, you had some challenges previously. And it's like, it sounds like you got, like, well, at least for you, I don't know your girl. So it's like, it sounds for you, like you definitely are looking to take it serious. Like, you're making some moves, you're making some changes, and you're looking to really make sure that this is going to work. You want to be committed to it. You want to make sure shit works. I mean, that's what I'm getting from the convo. Yeah. I understand, man. It's a scary fucking thing, yo. It's scary to put yourself in a situation where you're like, hey, I want this, me and you, to do the me and you shit. I don't want the me, you, and them. I don't want all that extra shit to go with it. At some point, I think as men, bro, and I can't speak for all men, because I know a lot of men do a lot of weird shit, but at some point where you got a family, you do this, do that, got other shit you're trying to do, you got the business. You got reasons to keep yourself occupied. You don't have time to entertain bullshit no more. And that's where you start to realize just how fucking grown you really are, man. That's what I've even established. Like, I don't got time to entertain bullshit no more. Like, I bought a fucking a PS5 today, bro. I finally got a fucking PS5. I'm a gamer. I love gaming and shit. But it's literally the fact that I got it because my girl wanted it more than me, which is fucking crazy. But the fact is, I don't even really play my game no more because I've been so heavy on this Beeline shit. Yeah. I love playing my game. That's like my relief, my chill, just downtime, whatever. And when I was buying it, like, I basically got it for her. But I realized, like, the thing is, I'm so busy, I'm so occupied, I got everything going, I don't got time for the bullshit. And right now, that's not something that's benefiting me, so I'm really not on it. I'm really not on it that much. Yeah. I'll play it when I play it. I love it, but I got other shit to do. It's the same thing with entertaining other people, and you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit, having the guy text you in the morning, and having the girl on the back burner in case something. You don't got time to entertain the bullshit no more, bro.
Yeah,
just happens.
Especially playing the game. Like, that's why I'd rather just walk out in the middle of the street. I need my dick sucked in 15 minutes. Who got it?
He's fucking flying somebody. That's what's crazy. Flying them immediately.
Like, I'd rather just kind of be like that. Like, nobody. I'm going home.
Yeah, I'll beat off until I'm dead. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's not important to me no more, bro.
Brother Ray. Right. Let me get Brother Ray up in the background.
Yeah.
Looking like an Asian Tom. Was it Tom Hanks from Top Gun?
Oh shit. That's risky. That's risky business.
Brother. Oh, looking like was it Top Gun glasses?
Yeah, man, you dig them. What's up, B?
Yo, what's good, Ray?
What's up, man?
Been a minute, man.
Over here in conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm over here enjoying you guys' conversation, man.
Yeah, we talking it up, bro.
Me and B getting it in, man. It's a good show, man. And one thing I wanted to say about your show too, Beeline, was like when I go over on Sundays on the Live on the Line, I like the different formats that all the other podcasts provide.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't the first panel, and I don't know if is that your kind of, would you say, like, because you have multiple shows, but would you say that's one of your niches is like the panel format, getting different perspectives, like weekly, bringing up the topics? See, I like that because that's something I haven't really done on my show, and it takes a lot of work. but I appreciate being able to express those views on other platforms.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it's literally like I got the idea from these dudes that I went on their show, and they were kind of younger, and they were kind of fucking silly, man. I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of goofy, bro. And but I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed being able to talk to different people with different mentality, because I was kind of like the oldest dude in the room. I was kind of the most mature. You feel me? So it was like I felt like the dad and shit. Like, you know, they're saying goofy shit, and I'm just like, really? That's how you feel, motherfucker? Like, oh, you just saying it for the thrills, like whatever. But I enjoyed the experience of like that panel type discussion, and that's where I first really got it. I was like, man, I think that this can really work if it was like kind of structured a little bit better. And they do them, that's cool. But I was like, I want to do that shit too. That's where I came with the live and the line shit, because I wanted a platform to where I'm meeting all these cool ass podcasters. I'm meeting all these cool ass people, even with strangers. Like, I hit up people that like just send me jokes and shit sometimes. Like, yo, you want to come talk on my fucking? The girl I had on last week, she was just somebody we had just laughed at the same topic one time. And I was like, yo, I do this thing called Live and Line. You want to come be a panelist? She was like, yeah, hell yeah. I want to. So it's like, I try to find a panel every week for people that I feel like are going to be good for the discussion. Like, you know, we talking reckless stuff. I mean, you're like a regular. I like you give a nice perspective to pretty much what we talk about in general. Like, you always have a different thought process. Like, you know, you're the dude that's like, everybody's like, nah, that shit fucking blue, and it's blue. Everybody's like, nah, blue, of course it's fucking blue. What's wrong with you? And then Harris comes in and was like, well, if you think about it, it might be yellow, but it's just reflecting that other shit over there. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't think of that. So I'm like fucking with Harris, because like, you give a different type of perspective. And that's why I enjoy you on the show. And, you know, JD the Mouth, he's my co-host with it. But, yeah, meeting new people, having them come on, talking about their things, figuring out what kind of things. Sometimes it's wing it. Just say, fuck it. We just talk about what we talk about. But I love it, man. It's been, I'm enjoying the lives. And it sucks to say this, I'm enjoying the lives more than I've been enjoying my actual show recently. And I love my show, but the lives are so much fun, man. You don't know what's going to be.
Yeah.
Like a regular conversation, just people like gather in the house. You're all eating. You know, the only thing is you're not eating. You know, you're not eating. I got a plate, this and that. You got drinks. It's you know, a little house party get together. You know what I'm saying?
Remember when you used to go to like the family? If you guys did, remember you used to go to the family barbecues and shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You get, like you said, Ray. Like, you know, you get your plate. And a lot of times it'll be like, you know, the family that you don't see that often. It'll be the family that you love, but you don't really see them that much. Then you have the family, you and you guys get your plate, and you all go and you break into your groups. And you got your group of cousins that you're like, I fucking used to chill with y'all all the time. And you talk shit and do this. That's what it's like to me, bro. Everywhere. I tell my girl, it's like a fucking party. I'm like, yo, I'm getting ready for a party like every Sunday, yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to cool ass people. We gonna watch some goofy videos, some crazy shit. Talk some real shit. Even like we were kind of a little bit more real with our last talk about stuff last week. But this week, yo, this week gonna be a fun week. We actually gonna talk about some shit this week. Yeah, I just enjoy the convo, man. I enjoy the convo, yo.
I like the
this. Go ahead.
I like the in the momentness, and I feel like I'm on stage every week, like, oh, you know, like, almost like getting ready for a game. Like, I have a performance this week.
Yeah.
How it turns out. I told you before the show, I was like, you know, I get my little pregame nerves before I hit that live button, because it's like when you're building something, looking 2-3 years down the road. I expect some motherfuckers, even if it's one person, to come back. Yo, Harry on the 57th episode was this way, but now on the 125, I see boom. So that's what I like about it. It gives me a chance to like analyze my growth every week too. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
And just the freedom of expression, man. From different perspective, you know, and it's just, agree to disagree. I mean, we are basically living proof that that's what's happening right now, that we're able to do in these platforms.
Yeah.
Is the whole meaning of, I mean, look, if you listen to that, if you just agree to disagree, how powerful is that though? Big?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
In some cases, I feel like it's a cop-out. I'm not going to lie. In some cases, I feel like it's a cop-out to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? You can't The thing with me,
because it's a cop out. But if you think about it, it's like okay, because sometimes you definitely have different opinion.
yeah, very true. Yeah,
Absolutely, because if we didn't have that, then what is life about, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
when you agree to disagree, meaning that hey, I honor your opinion, and you honor my opinion because we agreed on it,
yeah,
then we're good. At least I know where you stand,
yeah, yeah. You're right,
and that's what I love.
It is awesome to be able to and you do have to be that person that allows that too, because there are people who and I'm not saying I'm one of them, because I am, like you said, Ray. It's great to be able to speak with somebody and just respect the fact that they think the way they think for whatever reason, because people brought up different, people think different, people have different things going on in their brain mentally, to a lot of different reasons, but there are
I
some
think it's a
reasons.
true American. I think it's a true American way of showing who we are, which we definitely need right now, because right now we're not looking very good to the world, but yet they still want to be like us.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
still
yeah,
want to be
yeah.
like us, even though they don't like what's going on. But the people of America, the fact that we're able to live with each other in one nation, and like you said, your wife is what, black and Asian, so she's Blasian.
Yeah.
She's Blasian.
Yep.
So
Black Japanese.
yeah, and that's amazing, and it's like it's crazy, and where do you have a lot of that? Yeah, you have it in other countries, but it started here in America, baby.
Yeah, yeah. America's definitely a mixing pot, man, and it is good. And it's we got our faults and shit too. But yeah, you're right, man. It's like being able to express yourself freely, having the tools to express yourself widely as well. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can go outside of their fucking house and talk to the masses that live next to you. But now you got the ability to talk
and the different
everywhere.
cultures and the differences, the agree to disagree, the disagreements, just the fact that we're communicating. That's basically what it is. It really boils down. Humans need to communicate.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we need each other to fucking pull through a lot of different situations. I mean, it's a lot with it. I love it. I do love this shit. I love, like we stated, I love everything that we're doing right now with this whole podcast shit, bro. I think that it's going in amazing areas, and it is building fucking relationships and connections in ways that you never would have been able to without knowing somebody and being next to them and shit. So which is great, which is fucking great. I talk to you guys more than I talk to anybody else in the fucking family that I have, a lot of their times. But
Yeah.
I also enjoy, like Harris was saying, with the live on the line, the reason why I started the multiple shows, I think I said this on your first show when I came on, was I wanted to make sure I had platforms to speak about different things. When I started, the web show was my first thing that I started. I used to do that shit 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays on the Beeline web show. That was it. And that was more like a podcast kind of deal. And then I started noticing I was getting a lot of singers that wanted to come on, and music artists that wanted to come on. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can't just do a show with just music artists. So let me do music artists on one night and then do fucking on another night. And I was like, let me just change it so it's different. And that's when I came with entertainment. And I was like, okay, so we got web show here, entertainment show here. Then I was like, I like wrestling. And I was getting wrestlers on. And I'm like, all right, let me talk about wrestling. Straight through the ropes, wrestle talk. Bam, that's there. I wanted to make sure that I had a place so people can understand what you're watching. And that was important too. And then the live shit, like you, Steady, the dude that I was talking about, y'all showed me, and JD the Mouth too, because he's actually a big reader. He wanted to just do it where we were talking with people that grew up with us and telling stories. Every fucking time I talk to, my cousin Terrell came on I think Harris, you was on that one, right?
Yeah.
My cousin Terrell, yeah. He came on there and started telling stories. Every time I have people come on that know me, they start telling stories about shit that I fucking forgot about, that I didn't even did or had to, or whatever. So it's like, he wanted to do it, Jay wanted to do it with stories of what we used to go through, what we used to do, have our boys come on, different stories that we used to do. And that's how he wanted to do it. But I was like, yo, let me take that and let's do it with just everybody I've been meeting and just open discussion it. So we just kind of progressed off of his idea. But I fucking love talking about shit, bro. Like you said, Ray, like expressing, just different, topics and feelings towards shit freely with people.
Because that's really how you. That's really the only reason. I mean, that's the only really way, not reason, really only pathway for a lot of disagreements to, a lot of truth to come out. Right? It's through conversation, right?
We're understanding.
And more understanding, which is the most important thing, understanding.
It was like me and Harris was just talking about like, different things about, checking your phone and different ways to handle different relationships. I mean, we're talking about, whether it be how you are with your wife and, whether it be safety precautions, whether it be like, structuring with your kids. And, it's a lot of different reasons for why people do things the way that they do. But we also have an understanding that's pretty similar as well to when things are out of line. When is the husband too controlling? If I'm telling my girl, hey, baby, I don't want you to go out and pump gas because I fear for your safety. I don't want you to have to do that unless you have to. I'll pump your gas. Don't worry about it. No, baby, I don't want you to have to go out and do all the shopping. If you don't need to, I'll go do the shopping. But then you got the motherfucker who's like, listen, you ain't going shopping. You ain't fucking putting gas. You ain't cooking. You ain't doing shit. So now where's the boundary? Where do you start to face facts of like, wait a second.
After a while, that wears out on you. The whole controlling, want to do everything. After a while, that wears you out, man, because you got your other stuff you got to do.
For real.
And for her, she's got to have some kind of release. Because as much as she loves you, there's times like, I need to release from him for a little bit. And would I do that? Would I get my joint in? I'll be hanging out the produce department, trying to think of healthy things to feed my kids and him.
Hey, it's crazy. We're talking about this because my family went out for dinner with grandma, and it's 10:30 over here, but they're not home yet. So I was like, where are you? Are you okay? But it's 10:30 though. I know she has both the kids, but just in general, like
But they're with grandma though. You know what I'm saying? They with grandma.
What's that thing though, man?
Well, I know grandma's home by now. She ain't out this late, so I'm like,
yeah, right. So maybe just them,
her cousins or whatever the fuck. But I'm like, yo, but see, I'm not gonna lie, it's little shit like that irritates me. It's like it's 10:30 at fucking night. School night tomorrow. Like, get your ass home. I don't want you.
That's what's gonna test your trust.
It is testing his trust too, but it's also the fact that this is gonna sound fucked up. And I'm not trying to say this disrespectfully at all, but she's kind of making you have to trust her. And that's what sucks. Trust is something that you should have, right? That's something that everybody says. You got to trust me. Why the fuck do I have to trust you? First of all, I don't have to trust you. I don't have to do shit. I choose to trust you. Because if I have to trust you, then I'm comfortable doing it. But if I have to trust you because you constantly put me in situations to do so, now we got a fucking problem. Why do I always have to just trust what you're telling me?
Yeah, no, have to's is not good, because if you have to's is basically just a pathway to rebellion, man. Nobody likes to have to.
Have to.
No one. I have to. No one likes to have to. I don't like to have to.
I don't think you should ever make your partner have to trust you. I think what you should do is,
like you said, I choose or I want to trust you. I choose to trust you.
Yeah. You should have trust in your relationship, because if something does happen and your girl goes out with her friends and shit like that, she goes out with her friends and she comes home. Baby, I came home, and then she don't have to do that shit for a while. All right, cool, whatever. She goes out with her friends and she calls you. Hey, baby, I'm still out. I'll be home in a minute. Hey, baby, I'll be home in 5 minutes. My bad. We talked to get some sodas and shit. Oh, no, you good, baby. Don't worry about it. Hey, baby, I'm right around the corner. I'm coming home right now. I'm right there. All right, cool, baby. Then she gets home. You want some shit like, hey, baby, it's cool. Like, you don't got to call me that much. I trust you. Don't worry about it. She showed you that she's like, hey, baby, I'm going to let you know where I'm at. All right, I'm cool. She showed you that she could be trusted. You don't got to think about it as much anymore. Now she goes out the next night. She calls, hey, baby, I'm coming home. She do the same shit. You know why? Because she's showing you that she can trust you. But here's the thing that's fucked up. Now she goes out, and you've been telling her, don't worry about it. Now she goes out, and she's going out every night. and she don't call you as much anymore. You told her not to worry about it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, fucking 10:35.
But it's also like is if she's doing that by herself, because it's another thing where she does her stuff, but with the kids, you know. Because if she's with the kids, I'm good, man. Because the kids are my spies, man. Hey,
well, I feel it's not much about cheating though.
I mean,
like
if the kids are there, like, you know, the mom is gonna be with her kids. She gonna be a different type of person. You know what I mean? But let's say, for instance, she's doing that by herself, though. Wait, I'm going. Wait a minute. Hold on,
Ray. Hold on. B-Line was talking about the club, you know, or something. But me and my boy Mike have an issue with this because I've seen the worst of the worst when it comes to infidelity. I'm talking about. I grew up with the moms that would fucking slurp you off with the kid, you know, just give the kid a headset and a video game, and they'll go suck you off in the hallway, and you'll have your pants down in the hallway, little Timmy in the fucking living room, and literally, like, I've seen this with my own eyes. I've personally had multiple situations where there was 3 of us in a car. The one homie was like, "Yo, let me, you know, we're out riding around. Let me go, you know, hey, stop over here and pick up this bitch from work." All right, cool. Gets in. She gets in the back, switch seats. He's in the back, finger popping her, kissing her up, blah, 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 blah. Drop her off at her house. She's married. Goes inside, like, just to do whatever she does for the night.
crazy.
I'm sitting there knowing she got my homie's dirty ass fingers all up in her twat, and homie, she was married. Yeah, that's one of my little bitches, though. You know, it's on the low. I almost feel like
that's some sickness.
I'm like,
sickness.
I almost felt like I was a accomplice to like a murder or something. Like, goddamn, bro. I just helped.
I know, right? Damn.
So I don't know. Luckily, I do trust my woman. Like, I have a good one in that regards. We both hold the kids in high standards, and then even when I was doing my single thing, I'm not a guy. I don't want my son to see me with multiple women. I don't want him to see me with any woman other than mommy. To be honest with you,
yeah.
I don't want my son to know this and this. I'll tell him the game, but I'm very particular about who I bring around him and everything, because I've seen some crazy shit. You know? You know?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, bro, like you were saying too, Ray. I was telling a story on the one where my cousin was on, about this girl I had. You know, she used to work with me. She was new, and she's like a geeky fucking chick, really geeky. And she was like, you know, flirting with like everybody in the fucking store. But when I tell you this girl was like begging to fuck with me and shit like that, whatever, like literally constantly talking, doing this. Like one day I was like, fuck it, all right, you want to do it? You want to come over? Come over. She brought her baby. Like, she brought her fucking baby with her and laid her baby on the floor while we were doing stuff and shit. And
wow,
yeah, like I've seen some fucked up shit, bro. Like Harris was saying, like I guess I've done some fucked up shit too. But
hey,
like
we all, yeah.
It's literally the fact that you know this shit. See, Harris, it's the fact that you know this shit. You know that women can be that grimy. Like, you know, motherfucker, you know, niggas can be that grimy. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, take you and fuck your girl and, you know, your kids in the back seat and shit. I remember this girl came. I'm fucking telling master. I remember this girl came to my house one night, or came over to my house, and I didn't have a car. She picked me up. It was late at night. Her son was sleeping. She got her fucking kid out of the fucking house, put him in the back seat with the blanket on, and came, picked me up, and we went to a fucking empty parking lot and fucked outside in the dirt. No bullshit. With her kid sleeping in the back seat, just to get some dick. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It would be grimy, bro.
It do be grimy. Okay, one scenario. I was with this woman back in the Reno days, and calls me over. She maybe a 2-3 month year old. All I know is she still had the breast milk, the whole nine, like barely had a kid. Little kid. I'm smashing while the infant's like sleeping on the bed. It was like a king size bed or whatever. And this was my younger days. I honestly, maybe I could do some. It depends how horny I was at the moment. But looking even back now, I feel sorry for that kid, man. And
so do I.
and it almost feels like some borderline. I hate to say it, the P, like almost borderline weird P word. Like, dude, what possesses you to be that horny? Like to fuck with the little infant? Yeah, it's a little thing. It's just laying there sleeping. But in my head, I'm like, why would you let me in your home with the most precious possession in your whole world? Why am I on top of you right now, thrusting you with this fucking little infant sleeping, whose father's nowhere in the picture? I'm not gonna be in the picture come 6 a.m. You know,
yeah, man.
That shit always blew my mind.
It sucks, bro. But I think it goes back to like we were talking about earlier about just your mentality, bro. Like, you know, there's women that I know that used to be kind of reckless and stuff like that when they were younger, and that made changes from, you know, just growing up and just, you know, life changes you, experiences change you. And it's just like, you know, some people are the same way. You know, some people just do things differently. They have a kid. They don't have a lot of knowledge. They don't make a lot of smart decisions. They're still trying to fucking live the same way that maybe they lived before. You know, whatever the fucking case is. Maybe they just can't get enough of it, or maybe they just need it. It's that serious. You know, everybody's got their reasons why they do shit. But the fact is, you don't really have the mentality, you know, capable of making better decisions until you learn from mistakes, or I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like maturity. But it literally is, you have to learn what you're doing is wrong before you understand the shit.
Because when you're young, you just what you call when you're young, you're young, dumb, and full of cum, man.
Yeah.
You think about.
Right, you old, you oldest one here. You understand?
When you're young and full of energy, man, and that thing, you know, you'll thrust anything your way.
Well, and this one particular story, this chick was like 32. I was like 20 when this was going.
And I had one of them too. They was like, "That's the best sex I've ever had." Wow, what a grown ass woman.
But I'm like, you know, she had a nice little condo over there, Northwest Reno. And
mine was like, you know, and she was white girl too, and she was stacked, and I was like, wow.
Y'all don't know a white girl story.
We met at a salsa club, and she's from Berkeley. Yeah, and she let me shave her, man. Cause you know I'm Asian, I ain't got a lot of hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm Asian, I'm not got a lot of hair. But she was sexy, but too hairy for me. So she let me shave her and shit like that. And after that, it was like, cutie pie, you're the reason why. Love you so.
Yeah, I never shaved anybody, bro. That's some shit right there. I don't fuck with. I don't like people fucking trying to clip my nails. I don't like people trying to. Don't.
Damn,
I don't want to.
That is like that's the one. You know, some massages.
Hey,
massages.
Cutting your skin too deep and shit. I'm good. Don't trust motherfuckers like that.
But the shaving was cool though. I just didn't because the hair bothered me, man. So that's all. But after that, it was all good.
Damn. Maybe TMI, but I was 22 years old. And I let a chick shave my balls and my ass crack.
Oh, why not? That is the best. I mean, she did good.
Now this was the start of me shaving my every month or so I touched up. I have no reason to keep a fucking shaved asshole these days, but you know, it
just feels better though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harry. I thought I was in love for a minute because I was like, wait, if I could trust this bitch, and first of all, like we're guys, bro. Like our fucking asses are nasty. I'm like, if this bitch could be down there, I was sitting on the edge of the tub or whatever, and she's like spreading my fucking, like little tank open and shit, and just like getting the hair out of it.
That's crazy.
There was a minute where I was like, this might be the one. Like any bitch that be near my asshole.
That's too intimate for me, bro. I don't fucking. I'm not one of them dudes. Like, I'm not like big with all the extra shit. Like, I don't really. I'll do it.
Not even like between between the balls and the asshole, the gooch, that area. You do that right to me, man, brother. That's all we need to talk about. That's it.
I can't fuck around.
If you hit me between, that middle spot between the asshole and the balls, and you start in there and you rise it up to the balls, it's on. Like
Brother Ray has Kevin Gates in his iPod on the low.
I'm trying to tell you. Brother Ray, you over there taking them cups to the bedroom? Taking them measuring cups to the bedroom?
Hey.
Well, I'm a freak, bro. I'm a fucking freak, yo. I'm one of the niggas that in the heat of the moment. There's a lot of shit I'll do, but there's certain things I'm not one of the people that enjoy being pleased. I'm more of a pleaser, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want you to run my bath. I don't need you to fucking, cook for me all the time. I don't care about shit like that. I honestly don't. I just like to be able to provide for my girl, make her feel fucking good, and then let me do what I want to do, and then I'm good. I'm straight. I don't give a fuck about all that extra shit. Don't suck on my nipples and fuck all that shit, bro. I just like to have fun, be as nasty as I want to fucking be, and then all right, get off me. Let's go chill. Let's go eat. Fuck this shit. But
no spooning, no cuddling, none of that stuff. No pillow talk.
I hold my baby it's also after you've been together for a long time.
I'm the best pillow talker, man. It's after the sex is good, man. I'm just man. That's like it's like that's a part, man. That's the part you gotta master, man. That's the part you gotta master, man. Bro. You gotta be the master of spooning.
I just don't. We just don't care. After a while, we talk our shit. I mean, I remember one. I know. I think it might have been like the last time we did it, or whatever. Like sometimes, like yeah, high five. And
you gotta remain romantic, brother. You gotta remain romantic because there's gonna be a time when your thing is not gonna be work the way it used to do its own thing. It's gonna come a time, where it's gonna happen, and then it's gonna be done. That's it. But then you gotta.
Hey, by then we're gonna have Blue Chew sponsors. Go to BlueChew.com and use promo code Beeline Entertainment at a podcast.
There you go. Let's start it up. Let's speak it into existence right now. I'll fucking do it. But no, Ray, you're absolutely right. And I mean, the thing is about that, that's the importance of making sure that your relationship, the romance in your relationship is not just sex. Because if that's all you have to bring to the fucking table, like, I did something today where, I went out and, I'm one of the people like, I will say no, but I don't like to say no. So if my girl asks me something, I'll get pissed because I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, I don't fucking feel like doing that, but you're going to ask me and you know damn well that I don't want to say no to you. So I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do that shit for you. But I'm pissed that you asked me because I'm going to do it and I don't want to say no. So it's like, I'll get frustrated and shit. But if I don't want to do it, like, I'll be like, listen, babe, I'm sorry, you missed out on that shit today. So I kind of had the opportunity to kind of just like, I was just driving back home and it was still kind of early. And she wanted some ice cream and shit. And she liked this one spot that we go to. And I go fucking there every 5 minutes. I'm always going to get her some ice cream. And she wanted something the other night. And I was like, yo, babe, I got a lot to do. I got some interviews I got to do. I'm not fucking around. I'm not going anywhere right now. I want to enjoy my time. And she was.
You ever take your girl dancing?
Huh?
You ever take your girl dancing?
I'm in the middle of a story. How the fuck you gonna do? I thought you were gonna tell me something. Hold on, wait. But
Have you ever taken her dancing?
No, I don't fucking. I don't go dancing. We dance here with the kids and shit. But I had stopped by and got her ice cream. She didn't know about it. She didn't do anything. And it was just because I had it in my head. I was like, my baby wanted some ice cream yesterday. Let me get her some ice cream. When I walked in the house, I played it like, babe, I hope you don't get mad, but I got a fucking burger when I was out. I'm sorry. I was hungry. I didn't eat anything all day. I've been running around all morning and shit. Oh, you got something without me? And she does a little pouty thing. She does shit like that, whatever. And I was like, I got you, motherfucker. Like, you gonna love me when you see what's in this bag. But I played it. And I tried to make it like, until she got to the point where she really believed me. And I was like, yo, if you don't want this hamburger, I'm fucking going to eat it. So then she was like, nah, you can eat it, baby. You can eat it. Don't worry, but I'll be okay. And I pulled the ice cream out. And I was like, yeah, fuck, I was like, ice cream. And the face, you get that face where it's like, oh, you motherfucker, I love your ass. That's the shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're saying romance, like dancing and all that's fun. You could definitely do it. But it's little shit, man. To make her know I was thinking about you when I was out. I know you wanted it yesterday. I know I said no. But I got you, baby. I always got you. That shit right there, that's the shit that I find powers my relationship. I don't have to fucking, do the flowers and all that shit. She likes it. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's just like, the real shit is, you just want to make sure your woman knows that you appreciate her. You thinking about it.
You guys ever do walks together, you and the family, or just you and her? You ever do walks?
Yeah, we actually do that. Yeah, we go. There's a park around here. We walk the track. We try to do it more. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great, bro.
it's walking.
great.
It's that's the only thing I can tell you about my wife. She don't like to walk. She don't like to exercise, and I wish
Gotcha.
she did because it does a lot to, your relationship. My wife and I, we like to get stoned together. We fire up and we eat.
Yeah.
And it's cool, but after a while, I think the little walking. That's why I asked dance. My wife and I used to dance, but she's the one that kind of stopped the activity. And the
Yeah.
reason why I say dance, especially salsa dancing, partner dancing, is because there's something about the dancing that helps you with communicating. You communicate with your hands, and there's a certain rhythm there and whatnot. And I think more men should start doing that more often because it's the other part of a relationship that I think will help a marriage work. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times, right now, what a lot of people are doing, is that they're doing two things: work and eat. And they brag about the exercise in between, but they don't. They work and they eat. You have to work because you're worried about the money. So what do you do for that? You find comfort. You eat, and that's why there's a lot of unhealthiness going on. And they forgot the middle things, such as hey, take walks.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. You can get stuck in kind of a loop, especially if you're, especially if you're doing caught up in the rat race, especially if you got kids. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's one of the things that even me, bro, I've said it a bunch of fucking times. I used to work out. I used to do a lot of shit. I got a fucking whole gym here, boxing, every fucking thing. But you do get kind of caught up in what you're doing and you forget to kind of take care of yourself. That shit is really important. And she's real big on it. I'm more the one that's kind of like, I'm always got something to do and giving excuses for why I can't. But then when I get out, I'm fucking excited. I'm like, oh man, this feels great. Like I love walking and the nice air. We took a video the last time we went and it just felt great to fucking be out, in the morning with the kids riding their bikes and scooters and shit, just walking the dog, So it definitely is having that kind of engagement and doing those type of activities with each other is good for your body. It's good for your togetherness, all that shit.
Yeah, it solves a lot of problem. You know what I mean? It's just there's just something about that. And another thing too, like being a very very long marriage, over 25 years for me. Another part of a relationship or marriage is after a while it's like losing that conversation.
Yeah.
Because you've done it all together. You raise kids, you've seen problems and all that stuff, and then it comes to you and her. The conversation becomes because you've talked about it before.
Yeah, it's true. That's why you got to keep each other in each other's lives and shit. That's why my girl, she's my manager for my business, and not just because she's my girl either. The fucking IT, yo, listen, when I named her IT Tiff, I did not know that she actually was fucking IT. Like my girl know how to she's incredible at organizing, putting things together, keeping me on track. Like the shit that she does, bro. If I showed y'all the fucking spreadsheets she put together,
that's great, dude.
but dealing with Steve and
like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it's unfucking believable. It's one of the reasons why we have been able to successfully make this shit a business. Because she has.
Because you have a system. You have a system.
Do you think it's a lot of how we were speaking earlier, because she feels included, hey, you got the passwords, you got this, respond to me, help me out. Do you think it's a lot because she feels included, so she knows when you're spending so much time away from her or on your phone or in the garage, the studio,
yeah,
it's for a reason? Is there a lot of it that? Or?
She actually started the show with me. Yeah, IT Tiff was my co-host. She literally started the fucking show with me. She was on the first 20 episodes I think that we did, and then she kind of bowed out. Great, no, maybe the whole first season IT Tiff was there, and so it's she was always connected to it. IT Tiff is real big with her spirituality. That's a really big thing, and she actually got me into it a little bit more too. She's Israelite, and I wasn't. I'm not. I said I wasn't. So I'm slipping it, but I respect her and her, differences, and she respects me and my differences, and we're kind of bringing ourselves together and learning from each other as well. And it's nice because it's been one of our biggest challenges, but we're finally at a place where we're actually growing with each other spiritually. So it's like, it's a lot that we get from each other that we try to make sure, is it worth it doing all this shit? That you kind of got to ask yourself, is it worth it going through all of this? Is it worth it trying to make things work? Is it worth it? And then you understand, like, yeah, it is, because everything we fucking do, it's great. You know what I'm saying? From the business to the kids to the fucking way we just built each other's life up, to the nice house we got. We built this shit together in fucking 4 years. You know what I mean? We built this shit together, and now
see, when a couple are in together on whatever it is, when they're equally yoked, whether you have a couple that does bad stuff or they're doing good stuff, when they do bad stuff, they're best at it together, like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
but
for real.
Imagine doing another way when they're trying to do both good stuff. Oh my gosh, it'll amp up so fast. It's like it's blessed, you know? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
I love it, bro. But Ray Harris, I've been on. I didn't even realize it's been like almost fucking 3 hours. But yo, listen, bro, I love it, man. I love this combo. Like, we could talk about shit like this all day. And you want to know something? It's fun to talk about the sex and drinking piss and all that other shit we be talking about and wild and out and stuff like that. But being men that can, be honest, Harris, especially what me and you was talking about earlier, like from the candles to, just trying to deal with your wife and deal with your girl and, come back from tough situations, all of that shit, man. It's good that us as men can express ourselves in this way, because it is very difficult for us to, talk and say certain things, without feeling like we're less manly and shit like that or whatever. So I like the fact that we can do this shit, That's one of the big perks.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, B.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming on. I wanted to I got the screen shared. People go check out Beeline on Facebook, and we got his Instagram here. Real quickly, man, can you just fill everybody in on your virtual workshop that you got going on, and then just let them know, what's going on with that, man? March 1st, 8 p.m. You're expanding your brand to how-to services.
Yeah, we're actually building up. Basically, like, I'm just trying to, give back in a way. I'm not gonna lie, we're trying to make some money too. This is a business now, but we're offering our first session. It's basically going to be like an introduction, and not just an introduction to podcasting, but an introduction on how I found success with podcasting to hopefully help people kind of, just kind of speak it real easy instead of like, a lot of this stuff that we do can feel very challenging to think that it ever can go somewhere. You might just do it as a hobby. You might just do it like with the idea of like, oh, this is just fun. And some people may want to make it a business, but they feel like it's too challenging to do so. I thought all of that shit. I thought that, this would be great if I could do this for a living. This would be great. And I actually am. That's what's fucking crazy. That's what's amazingly crazy about this. I'm proud to say I'm actually a business with this, profiting, which is honestly profiting. And I just want to kind of offer what I can to people to help them understand different ways that I did it, different tools that they can use without killing their pockets, because it's hard to start. You need equipment, you need this, or what do you need? And then, give people the chance to ask me questions on what I did and how I've been able to transition from working my 9 to 5, driving trucks, doing this, to working in the house and Beeline and Bank of America or whatever. And then just all of that within 2 years to just this, bro. And I love just this. And this is fucking crazy because it's just the beginning. So we're hosting a workshop on the 1st. I really hope that anybody watching your channel will be able to be there. Even if you guys want to be there, like, come in, stop by, share y'all stories and y'all experiences and what you guys have, learned from this industry so far. And it's a growing field. It's a growing field, yo. I don't think, I think podcasting is going to replace radio. I really fucking do. I mean, if it hasn't already, I think podcasting is going to replace radio. And, it's a business that people can can really take seriously instead of thinking it's just a hobby, because it's something that's serious. You can make a lot of money doing this and meet a lot of amazing people that you never thought you would ever meet just by speaking on the platform. So March 1st, guys, thank you guys so much for the hospitality as always. Brothers, like I eat out of your fridge when I come to your house and shit. So
hell yeah, man! First time guests. After that, we're family, bro. And I'll see you again probably this Sunday, and we'll have
beautiful
fun, and we'll keep staying, man. So salute to you. You're almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
congratulations. I think we're going on 225-ish over here.
To YouTube, guy. Y'all built from the last time I was on with y'all as well. Like, you guys, we built it, bro. We built it, man. We get on them lives and we talk shit, and people are like, who these guys? And they fucking go over and they click that button. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's not why we do it, but it's beautiful that that's happening, because it shows that we touching people, bro. Like, we talking to people and people are enjoying the experience that they getting from our conversation. And that's great, bro. What more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying? What more can you ask for? But yo, be good, guys. Have a great show. Continuing. I'll see y'all Sunday.
All right, man. You have a good night. Beeline in the building on the Harris.
Ryan Beeline, yo. Brother. It's just you and me now.
Just you and me, man. We got another hour up in this piece, man. All right, give me 1 second. Let me do a check. Make sure the fam's good here. 1 second. I'm gonna drop this beat and let Brother Ray take it over here for 1 second.
Oh man, I don't even know what to say. But I'll figure it out. Okay. Here we go. Drop the beat, brother. All right, you guys. Oh, here it is. Harris is drinking again. Great show, man. Great show. Great guests. Great hosts. Thank you, Harris. Harry Too Scary, my boy. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of good changes. It's gonna be here in Harris is drinking again. And as always, I've always said this: my talk teach truth. I'm like pumping it up. When is it gonna launch? Man, to be honest with you, it's gonna launch. I just been so busy. I'm just. I'm transitioning, changing, learning new things. I'm, my hands full right now, and I made a decision like, okay, what I'm gonna do? Am I just gonna have the show and do it half-heartedly? I can't do that. I got OCD major. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna put all my heart into it. I put my heart into this Harris drinking again, and you guys saw me, transitioning from Hawaii, and now in Reno, Nevada. And you guys were there the whole time. Every step of the way you were there when I was transitioning. And thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Now it's the other part of the show where it's kind of like just gonna be me, Brother Ray, and Harris. It's gonna be talking about whatever it is, that we are that we like to talk about. We just don't know. We're just gonna throw it in the air, and whatever falls, and then we'll touch upon the subject and whatever it is that we can share with you in that topic. Whether something we know, we don't know, we want to know from you guys. Tap in. This is what the show is all about, man. We're here to open the corridors of communication to each and every one of you who's interested in doing this and just tapping in. And we do believe in agree to disagree, because now we're not going to agree on everything, which is fine. And the most important part is that we're communicating. That's the bottom line. That's where we need to start, is learning how to communicate, and that you're not always going to agree with each other, no matter what you do. And that's totally okay. That's totally okay. We accept that. And, but the most important part is that we're all communicating, we're all understanding, and we're all growing. And this is the new platform. And my host is back on the show because every time we come on, it becomes brother to brother, whatever. You know. Yes, y'all.
Back up in the
Come
building
alive,
for hour number 3 of TNR 057 on the. You held it down, man. I just went to check on the fam and take a piss because I was like, I already left the fucking camera. I might as well take a piss while I'm here. Yeah, it was
just
dope.
written.
With the beat in the back, sounded good, man. Natural, bro. Just natural. I mean, just sounded good with the beat in the back. That's going to be a clip. A lot of clips this night, man. It's salute to Beeline again, man, for coming through, rocking 3 hours, man. Like a fellow podcaster would and should. A lot of the guests, they got stuff going on to where they're not usually doing podcasts, but when Steady comes on, when Beeline comes on, it's a 2-3 hour, thing. And that's what we do. Even on the live on the line, I'll be like, hey, it's Sunday. This is not my usual schedule. I got to check out, guys. Thank you. Because it's like, we just go.
Because these men are communicators, man. That's what they're I think that's what they're born to do. They're just communicators. They are, that's what they do. They're communicators, and I listen to them and I go, man, can I be that guy, or am I kind of highly opinionated whatsoever, but a lot of times I like to be in the show just to listen in and then maybe see my face while I'm listening in. And I'm enjoying that more, and what everybody got to say.
Yeah.
Green tea with ginger.
Green tea, ginger. Got some water.
Yeah.
Look, you just sipping nothing crazy. Took a few sips. I got some just grapefruit juice, 100%.
100% grapefruit juice?
You know how we do it. I drink all my juice. Usually I do all 100%. I try to,
No, juice is good, man.
I try to. But you got to just watch out because the high fructose and the fake from concentrate.
Wait a minute. When you come here, you're bringing your Vitamix, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Still cracking. Yeah, of course. Get back on the morning blends, green blends. Yeah, man. 5200. Shout out to Vitamix. Go to Vitamix.com and promo code HIDA to receive 15% off your order today.
Must own the Vitamix. Highly recommend it, man, because I sure miss mine. I sure miss the lady that used to live here had it, and she had to take it with her. Why wouldn't she? But man, when that thing was in the house, I sure enjoyed it. Like no fruit, none of the fruits went bad, especially bananas, dude.
Yeah,
bananas never went bad. Nothing.
I still have a Jack LaLanne power juicer that I bought in 2010, and it
still works.
It still juices as smoothly and finely as it did the day I bought it.
Ooh, when you come here, bro, man, I'm all about it, dude.
Jack, I'll probably keep the Vitamix. I'll give you my juicer. You can have my juicer.
No. We'll. You know what we'll do? I tell you what. No. What we'll do is that when we build the studio over here,
for sure,
we'll have it there. I don't want to be in my house. We're gonna have it there. You know what I mean?
For sure. The studio is gonna have everything we need to where
everything.
We're gonna have the whole the water dispenser, everything, the little tea selection. We got our herbs, everything. It's gonna be everything. You come here to heal, to create, to eat.
Yeah. It's gonna be very zen-like, but yet with that hip hop funky style flavor to it. You know what I mean?
We don't have a whole kitchenette, whatever. I mean, we're gonna have everything good. We're gonna barbecue out there. We got the grill.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I would love for like chefs to come to our show and just cook while we're doing a podcast, and then after that, for us to taste what they cooked. I mean, and then a DJ that will just be there and just be. I mean, it's like my mind. You know what? Let's talk about that. Should we? Like, let's open up our minds and talk about our future
Well,
endeavors.
okay, let me bring this to light because I didn't get to touch on this with B. I was gonna bring this up to him
Yeah.
since he's in this creative space and he's working on his brand building. I was gonna ask him. excuse me. I was gonna ask him if you're granted tomorrow, whatever amount of money it took to build it, but like, what would let's describe our sanctuary. Like, what would your creative workspace look like tomorrow? I'm talking about from the moment you pull up to the landscape, the warehouse. Is it going to be a bungalow, a house converted into a studio? Like, what would your YouTube, fucking just Instagram creative workspace look like? That's what I was going to talk to Beeline about and really manifest like our actual setup. Now, the one that I'm thinking in my head, of course, is it's different than what we're initially going to have in Reno, but it's eventually. The dream is like, I myself want land like a couple acres minimum. We'll start with the acre. We'll start with 2 acres. Boom, 2.5 acres. But I do want to build up one giant warehouse, if you will, shed, like a long, I'm talking about 80 by 80.
Like a big time, like almost like a barn.
Yeah, like a barn, like a mini Amazon warehouse, like super mini, but legit like warehouse, to where it's like that house is our merchandise, the everything.
I want the outside. I would want the outside to look like a regular barn, like rustic and everything. But you go on the inside.
Yeah. That could be, it could be arranged, mainly the land. And I want a couple of buildings connected to it that are like mini studios, like to where,
yes,
this is our main production hub. Like we can pull the forklifts in, we house most of the cameras, most of the equipment. And then I have like a little outside studio that's like Studio A, Studio B. This is where like the majority of the musicians go. This is where we record on Thursdays, on that property and build something like that. But I have everything there as far as food, nutrition. If we get caught in a weather storm, we don't have to leave. Like we can.
No, you can live there. You can stay there for like a month if you want to. That's the kind of place I want to have. Yeah.
Whole nine.
Yeah, because you know what? Because it's not gonna be worth it but if you have a studio where we acousticize everything and we basically make it a legit studio where there's a game room for your PlayStation or Xbox, whatever you want. There's a little movie room whatsoever where people can chill. You know what I mean? So it's like a house. So that way, when you create the music, you feel at home. You become more creative and everything. You know what I mean? It's like it's all about in the ambiance. Because we're in the business of emotions, bro. Think about it.
Yeah, I would like to have it to where, if you want to, even if you had to bring your children or whatnot, like I would want to make my studios or warehouse a setup to where it's like, okay, we're set up for kids. You want to be with kids or whatever, but like we got 4-wheelers. We have whether it's a staff or just like highly trusted people. Like if you're coming to fuck with me, then my people's gonna watch out for the kids. We got 4-wheelers, we got trampolines.
Oh yeah.
While you're making the music,
I don't even mind having little livestock where the kids can go over there and feed the
ponies and shit.
or like goats and everything, and then dogs that will just love you. I'll just have a couple of pits that I would just love that are super friendly. And stuff. Yeah,
they're just in there making music, and they know their kids are good.
Yeah, and they're safe and everything. And the kids too. Well, see, okay, so what's going on in my mind, bro, right now is I really want kids to like their artistic endeavors. I really want to optimize that. So what do kids love to do? They like to pretend they're adults. So I would love to create like a studio, like a studio that's simple enough to where kids can do basic stuff to make content. Because what happens is that when they can do the basic stuff and they understand the simple intricacies of that, you'd be amazed what kind of stuff comes out of there, coming from a child's mind. That's what I treasure, dude. That's what I treasure. And then, of course, they're going to see the adult studio, how it really looks, which is what we're going to have. You know what I mean? Because I really believe in my vision. I see us making soundtracks, the whole shebang, the movie, the editing right there. And even the auditioning and all that stuff. It's and the movie that we're going to make are like good quality film, man. You know, I really have a very high respect for art. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so that okay, initially when we go to Reno, we'll work it out of where you're at, where I'm at, a garage, boom, boom, boom. But what I like about our situation is we don't need much as long as we got the equipment. And then it's like wherever, let's say whatever reason it could have happened where you're at or where I'm at. We're the type of cats that would like, well, we're gonna find somebody who got Wi-Fi. Okay, well, Can we come over there? Boom, set it up. Oh, yeah, okay. Like we're the type of cats when we get together, we're always gonna find a way.
Find a way. I mean, I bought those eggs, right? And I had hybrid. I got like egg salad in the fridge. Anyways, I saved the egg cartons, dude. Not because I'm thinking of like making the whole studio like that. I want to give in my mind, what's going on in my mind is that the ambiance, the background of our studio has to really like amplify your persona and a little bit of my persona in there to where it's eclectic. You know what I mean? Like I really want us to, like really exemplify that. I'm pretty sure we'll have Michael Jordan because we like Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? We'll have a lion because I'm a Leo. It's my favorite animal. Whatever, like the, it's just, I want when people go to our environment that they just feel creative.
Yeah. I kind of miss in the beginning when I had duct tape on my microphone.
What happened to that?
Like
ghetto-ness.
It's kind of like the whole time I had two other mics that I could clearly hook up, but there was something about, this works. So maybe even something like that, like in the backdrop, instead of we can afford a nice stand or something, but instead we have a milk crate with a sheet over it or something, just something to throw.
I mean, we'll just make it like we'll make the most out of the least. I don't have to be like. I think when you buy too much of the all fancy stuff, I think it loses the credibility of the artistic essence. And I'm big on that.
Well, it's interesting, not to critique too many people's shit, but I don't watch Joe Budden podcasts anymore like I used to, but I did recently check in on his platform, and he's got a whole Joe Budden network now where he has a shitload of shows under him. He's making hella money. But his actual podcast, the whole set is redone. It's all very white, fancy furniture. It's like in some Manhattan skyrise office building. And I was like, I see the level up and it looks dope. And it's like, fuck yeah, rock on, Joe. But from an initial Joe guy 3-4 years ago, him just sitting on the couch with his, it did lose a certain nostalgic feel for me. I was like, okay, this is where the money came in. You got the money. But
kind of like how the Joe Rogan show before was behind the brick wall, was he in the brick wall, and then he went to Texas and he got all the neon lights. I really didn't like that either. With Joe, is that what we're talking about? Yeah, because I saw Joe Budden where the background's a little bit more lighter.
Yeah, it's like super light, white, nice furniture. He's always wearing some very upscale stuff, and it's like it's cool.
But that's kind of good though. You know what I mean? Because you can tell that he's
no, that's what I'm saying. It is good. Like because he's leveling up. I see the level up. Oh damn! From year one to
Respect
year
that.
2 to year 3. Now I'm not saying we're not going to do the same thing, but it's just something I noticed. And in general, we're just like that. Like I was like this All-Star weekend. A
Oh yeah.
lot of the thing was like just the whole the NBA. The All-Star game. They would wear their own jerseys was better. And then, just it seems like we like things in the beginning. There might come a place where I'm at Harris drinking. I remember when him and Ray were just blah, 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 and now they're,
People hate change. They want to get stuck to back at what it was, and they don't understand that you can't. And I again, without no disrespect, if a person's like that to where they always want the same, they themselves don't know how to change themselves. That's why they get stuck in that. But a naturally progressive person would embrace it. Like, hey, I'm glad they're changing. Because you need to change, bro. Because after a while, it gets monotonous. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna come that point where how you're talking about the certain ambiance and this and that. Like, they might get used to that, but then we're gonna get another opportunity to switch it up, or we can get a bigger building. And then maybe you're not gonna want that lion, or I'm like, bro, Jordan, really, we're fucking grown ass men. Like, then we're gonna put this in the back, like. So it's just.
No, I think that's totally cool, man. I'm for change, dude. I'm for we change because, people that's gonna listen to this platform, I believe. It's not really the market now. I'm almost predicting that it's the people 20 years from now. 20 years from now, they're going to be listening to this. Why? Because there's, and I'm just going to share this with you. So, what I do, my second one is I'm a DSW, disability service worker, where I deal with people with intelligence disorder. And I noticed these are like 21, 22-year-old men, and they love the stuff that came during your time. Mid-'80s. They're huge on that, bro. They devour that stuff. The year you were born. And the reason why I know, because I spent time with these guys, and they love the cars, they love the show. In fact, sometimes I go, they know it more than I do. So where am I going with this? I'm going, that means that this show that started 20 years from now, those guys are no different. Those guys are no different. They're going to go back and they're going to look back like, oh man, I want to know when the time when, the man talked about, respect, being a man and everything. Because I tell you what, man, it's going to get more emasculated, dude. It's going to get even more emasculated.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure.
And they're gonna look, and they're gonna try and men, the real men, are gonna look for answers. And you know what? They're gonna listen to our show. These guys talk about shaving their balls and their ass, and what? How can they say that? Wow! And they were not canceled? What?
Especially 20 years from now. You're gonna be like, yeah. I hear what you're saying, man.
What if that is my retirement money? What if I die 20 years from now? Because I'm 55, I'll be like 20 years from now, I'm like 75. Let's say I die at 75, and then that's when we start blowing up.
Yeah.
You end up becoming a multi-millionaire, maybe a billionaire. And to me, I die, but yet I leave a legacy. And you know what? I have a trust and I give it to my children. You just got to bury me. And when you bury me, you ain't got to do all nothing fancy, man. I'm done. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm insignificant. I did my part. If you guys want to talk about me, oh, Brother Ray was this and this and that, and I remember when he was alive there, that's up to you guys. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm like, sayonara, man. See you on the other side, hopefully. But leave such a legacy to where it's like, it inspires my kids to do twice, 3 times more than what I've done. at a younger age, and to know like, oh man, I make sure I don't do that because I remember when my dad did that, it didn't go right. But thanks, Dad, for like showing us the way. What your fuck up is our success. Oh, that would be a dream come true, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and who's to say, like, in the future, you know, I predicted it earlier, like, I think it's going to be holographs. They've already shown us holographs with Tupac and stuff, like, at the concert a few years ago. But I think in that realm, you know, like I said, we're going to be making stuff. And
you know what's scary, though? When they start, because now they can do it through artificial intelligence to where they can actually imitate our voice and twist our words around to their narrative.
I mean, that's, no, for sure. That's going to happen. I mean, but even when that happens, hopefully there's a software. Because I'm thinking this. When millions of kids start missing their fathers that did want to be in their life, or say my voice gets too potent or too whatever, like when you can't even say talk like a man, when they start trying to throw you in internet jail and real jail over your voice, and then my son starts to fight the resistance with this microphone, and then there's like a software or like a YouTube, and they can go like RealTube or whatever, and you could like type in the date and be like, yo, I want to go back, because it's always out here somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta protect you gotta protect your content.
Yeah, but it'll be like almost like a dark website to where they can access this.
I would like to
podcast, and then
I would love to have a content security company, man.
That'd be dope. Yeah, like where they can access this content that's no longer available on the main web, but then it's like this. So the content on the main web is our voices change, like they're flipping our own narrative.
Yeah. And someone's
and then I could really hear my dad's voice on the podcast he did February 23rd, 2023. It's the real version, and then you know, and then like I think that would be some sort of shit like that. The establishment will try to make him think that the fake Harris is drinking again. No, your dad said this. And he'll be like, no, he didn't. I was 7. And you know, I got the file right here. That shit.
And you know when that happens, bro, that means your content value just went skyrocket, man. And they're gonna want to buy your license and everything, man. Because it's, you know, when it causes conflict, like to me, like how I give like biblical verses, I know they're gonna flip that shit on me, man. I know it. But then the thing, that's why my whole concept on the show Talk Teach Truth is that the scripture is gonna be communicated how it's supposed to, what's supposed to mean, and how it's supposed to relate to your life. I would like people to understand what the scripture is really saying. It's not saying that you gotta belong in this church and that you don't have to do that. It's not about that. I want to be able to express that and to let the true art of the scripture come out and go, wow, that's what it is. It says that's what it is. It's, you don't have to do nothing. It's already set in its course. All you gotta do is really believe in whatever. It's not even any kind of church whatsoever. But it's funny what Beeline said about, you know, what I caught. He said that his wife is Israelite. And then I'm kind of confused. Is she Israelite or is she Blasian, black and Asian? Or is he talking about two different people?
No, she's Israelite. She's black and Japanese, I guess.
Yeah, so I want to know which side of her has the Israelite, the black or the Japanese.
I mean, I don't know. Probably the black motherfuckers. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I was going to bring that up because really I was going to say something also. She is Sabbath keeper because he said she's spiritual and everything. And if she's a Sabbath keeper, I'm not saying this because of Sabbath, because her belief in it, that's why they're being blessed, bro. That's why they're being blessed, man. Their family, him and his wife, their relationship, his show. Yeah, man. I believe in that. I believe in that. You know, she's probably the spiritual holder of their family. And he just kind of followed her. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
I truly respect that.
You gotta have somebody, you know, whether a man or woman, hold you down. You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no. We got about 30 more minutes up in here, 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. So how's your week been, man? Talk to me.
I mean, my week's good, usual. You know, try to be productive on the day off. I don't know. I'm not really doing the editing. Did you know editing this?
Now, what about the NBA? You know, when you work that day and you work at the airport, you know, tell us about your NBA All-Star experience.
Yeah. So the All-Star experience. I mean, it wasn't like 2007. It was way more lit in Vegas. You know, a lot of the people were like, "Oh, Salt Lake, yeah, the rules, the laws, they close early, blah blah blah." Friday night, I went out with the Andre. We hit the town with the PF Chang's. You know, we had some nice meals. Went to a couple clubs. We refused to pay $50 to get into probably the most populous club. But I was like, still. I looked in there. I was like, $50. I was like, bro, there's nothing but like cocaine and trouble up in this bitch. I was like, it's popping, but I was like, there's too many Dominicans and fucking just shady motherfuckers up in here. I was like, and I had a knife on me, and I got it through security, and I was like, bro, there's about 44 motherfuckers with knives and switches and all sorts of shit. I was like, I'm not trying to be. I just didn't feel the energy, and but that particular club was like going off. You know, it was cool. But the scene on the Salt Lake Friday night was pretty dull, man. It was cold as shit. So it could have played a factor to the out of towners. The Salt Lake did open a liquor store right downtown, which, you know, they don't do. You got to go to certain places, but for that weekend they had one downtown. So my Friday night experience was cool. I seen one like Lambo again in Vegas. You know, the motherfuckers whipping up and down the street any given night. But the overall vibe Friday was pretty chill. But we did have but what we found out was the locals, everybody was at the events. Shaq put on a DJ Diesel. He had his EDM party. He had 21 Savage here and Sada Baby and Fabulous and DJ Envy. I mean, everybody who, you know, Mayweather was here. Diddy was here. You know, Bone Thugs had a show. Then that Friday night, we walked past the Urban Arts Center. I guess Bone Thugs was having a VIP. There was a lot of private parties.
Not private, okay.
So we were walking up. We walked up on like 3 different locations. We're like, let's go over here. Oh, sorry guys, it's a private event only. And we're like, and we're like, yeah, you know, it's just one of those pre-sales. I was like, okay. So you got to kind of be on the in and get the ticket beforehand.
That's good to know.
There's a lot of the cats, but that's how you get away from the laws. So if you do a private party, I believe you got till 2 a.m. Unless you're at a house or something, but on the business, you can stay till 2 a.m. and you can get more liquor and more things in the club to where the laws don't mean shit. But to an average tourist who was here on Friday night, they were probably like, oh, fuck Utah, it's cold, you can't buy no alcohol. But anyway, Saturday morning was dope. Went to the NBA crossover event. It was like an NBA convention. I ran into Steve Lobel, like a music mogul. He's responsible for, you know, Scott Storch, Bone Thugs, so, you know, Rick Ross, so many people throughout the industry. Steve Lobel, and seen Gary Payton. I've seen Pau Gasol, a couple NBA players, you know, walking through.
Okay.
And all day event had hoops, games, all sorts of games for the kids running around. You know, Saturday was crazy. The vibe was dope. I got some footage, posted some on my Instagram, and so Saturday was dope. Andre went to the Fabulous show. He said Saturday everybody was out. He's like I don't know what was going on Friday, but Saturday apparently, the night scene was where it was at.
Right.
Then we had the game Sunday. I was able to watch it. Um, only the second white guy won the dunk contest on Saturday night.
McClung, yeah.
McClung. It was okay. The dunk contest still falls flat to me, and it might be my racist self, but I don't like seeing a white guy win the dunk contest. I didn't like it. To me, I was like, wow. And Kenny Smith over there, he saved the dunk contest. I'm like, man, we got white boys jumping out the gym, and this dude saved it. I mean, some of the dunks were cool, but I still wasn't that impressed. And I think the dunk contest is over. We need to get legitimate stars back in there. And if they're not going to do it, then let's just.
I think with a dunk, it's kind of like, when someone with long extremities, it's not so much the dunking, like, you can do all this stuff, because you have someone that's proportioned like him. Now, he's a tall dude, of course, but it looks like a monkey trying to, like, dunk that got hops. But when you got, like, someone who's got long arms and freaking just. It looks beautiful, you know what I mean? It's balleresque, you know what I'm saying? Long stride and everything. So I didn't see the dunk, so I don't know. I can't make any judgment but that's what I've seen his other dunks in the past. Yeah, the dude got hops.
Yeah,
he got hops, that's for sure. But
good.
Why is Ja Morant's dunk like beautiful to watch? Because he's got long and he's like, he moves in the air and it's fucking graceful. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, we just need those guys to participate, or I wish they would just replace it or just come up with something better. Be like, all right, we had a dunk contest, and until we can get it better, it was good though. It was good. But then Saturday night, I enjoyed the game, seeing Jason Tatum go off and everything. I just thought it was cool for the city.
Yeah, it's cool for the city. Yeah, it's cool, definitely.
And I enjoy being out.
Right. And it's safe for the players too, because you know what, like, I wasn't aware of this. It's kind of like, like a lot of the players, because of social media, they don't have the kind of freedom that Jordan and them used to have. Like LeBron is controlled by the league, no matter what. He just can't go out and just, you're gonna be out in public. No, it don't, because of social media. There's so many eyes looking at you, and there's so many ways that they can change it, the perception or whatever, and then ruin your career right there. Especially today's woke cancel.
Andre did say he seen Anthony Davis right outside the stadium driving himself. He was in a Rolls Royce truck. And AD gave him the deuces. So I was like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, see, that's probably why they picked Utah, because they feel safe over here. Because the people in Utah, they're probably like, they're like, they're okay, you're here, but we're not going to be like, oh my gosh, and that's when, you got to look after the safety of these players, man, because, unfortunately, people look at them like gods now, and.
No, I mean, I was trying to get over to see AI, man. AI was over in the speaking, and I couldn't get over there. I just didn't get over there in time. I was right in front of the door, and the usher comes out. He's like, "Sorry, guys, we're full. We start in 5 minutes." Allen Iverson's getting. We're like, I was like, right.
See, yeah.
To the door, I was like, I want to see AI.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can see why having it at Utah is a good idea. Okay.
Well, the first time in 30 years, I mean, they do it. They just go to, of course, a different city every year. But I think the smaller markets would be wise. Like, they should have them in all the small markets,
You think having them in Reno would be wise?
Nah. You got to go to Vegas. You got to go.
Come on now. Use your imagination. I mean,
thought about that. Well, honestly, there's literally no place Lawler Mac
I can't hold that many.
Yeah. That was the one thing about Vegas in 2007.
Yeah.
They had it at Sam & Mac Arena, and
it's huge.
No, not even huge. It's like 8,000 people. It's like
yeah. And you know what? They'll come to think about it. You know what? I don't want that kind of stuff in Reno. Nah. I want this to be like we can do all the dirt and all the kind of business in Vegas. Okay, like LA to San Francisco. Do it on LA.
Like the city itself would love the All-Star, but just Reno itself is not sustainable.
No, it's not sustainable. No.
Game.
What would be sustainable for Reno though?
I mean, like major event wise, like across the board.
Let's break it down. First, let's go entertainment, and then sports, and then
so let's go with some of the biggest ones I think of already is like every year they have the bowling, the PBA, bowling.
We're not gonna touch that.
Okay. But then they have some air shows every year.
I'm not gonna touch that.
And then they have
the balloons.
The hot air balloon.
Then they got the rib cook-off.
Mainly it's a rodeo town.
Rodeo.
What's the other big rodeo and bowling as far as sporting events? I mean, right now they got the minor league baseball team and the G League team. I don't even know if they still have the G League team. They used to have a G League team. I don't even know if they still have it. To be honest.
Oh wait, hold on.
But
hold on. My son's trying to call me. Hold on. Yeah, wait. I want to tell him on the podcast.
All right. But it used to be the Reno Bighorns back in the day. I don't even know if they have the Bighorns anymore.
The way I'm seeing it now, that living here is like the surrounding is mountainous, and it's also deserty and everything. And Scoob and I were talking about this, and I'm going, you know what? Doing a major disc golf tournament here will be major, and we just do the disc golf, but then we promote it, and then we add a little flavor to it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know. Let me fucking Google this disc golf. I don't even know what the fuck. I've been here.
Man, I tell you what, it's like golf, but you don't have to manicure the place. In fact, it's rough, it's edgy. And Scoob was talking about, man, we should have a clothing line because they got dorky dudes there right now. They need a touch of ethnicity and some soul.
Is it these little
we can bring home?
These little baskets, okay, with these chains on them.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, and it's the movement and everything, but if I play it, and I'm pretty damn good at it though, I'm pretty fucking good. I just can't see my damn disc because my eyes are bad. Well, but I got great aim and I got great, but it isn't that me.
You already got the disc golf pro tour from Las Vegas.
They do. It's huge. I want to get involved. I want to make it bigger.
See this fucking nonsense. Disc golf. Bunch of nonsense. Let me see.
All right, haterades.
Fucking disc golf. I don't know. I'm gonna stick to real sports for now, but let's see what's going on.
Yeah, but real sport is so popular though. This is like new thing, you know what I mean? It's like you got to be able to do something that's controllable. And then look at that. That's freaking drone shooting now. We can use your drone. Okay, look at that dorky motherfucker. Okay, but he's kind of like like a stoner kind of guy, whatever. Man, imagine, man, you put some brothers in there, some Latinos, and
same thing as golf. You just try to get it as close to that.
Yeah, but the terrain, you ain't gotta like cultivate it. It could be rough. It could be in the middle of trees and everything. It's freaking. That's the sexy part about it. You know what I'm saying? See, the reason why they got this right now is because that's accessible. You can do it on the golf course, but we can use the whole side of like Tahoe and everything, the rough terrain, and have like the major ones. Like, we can get real artistic with this sport and not change nothing. And freaking think about right now, the reason why I'm thinking about this too, bro, is I'm looking at the merchandising. We can freaking create like own clothing line that's like freaking sexy, like like almost like a like overall, but it's fucking sexy, or some kind of jacket, or some kind of hat, or some shit. You know what I mean? We put a little soul into that motherfucker, man. And it's a sport that's popular, but it's not yet there because it ain't got people like you and me there enough. We gotta put people like you and me in there. It's gonna change the game, bro.
Man, I'm sorry, but I'm still air hockey over this bullshit. If anything, I'm gonna be a professional air hockey player.
Air hockey.
Yeah, I don't know about these disc golf, man. I'm
Air hockey.
Air hockey.
Like, are you talking about the one on the table and then look like ping pong and shit?
Yeah, the motherfucking one on the table. I'm the air hockey master. You sweat more than this little rinky dink shit. It's more intense. More hand-eye coordination. I don't know.
What I'm looking at the disc golf and look at the golfers, you know what I mean, the bags and everything. I'm looking at the pricing and everything and how much, because Scoob is really big on this and he's telling me the breakdown and he's selling some of his disc and it's open ground, dude. We can take we can talk to OG and he can basically set up the drones to where we control everything. The course, there's a man. It's just entertainment, dude.
Let's find a disc golf clothing shop and get them to sponsor the show.
Yeah, but you know what? Scoob was talking about designing it because he's looking at some of the flaws and everything. He goes, maybe change it. And I'm going, okay, because I got the shop and I got a wholesale license in Hawaii.
All right, I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna go play with y'all. We're gonna try it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we do it all the time, we smoke a blunt and shit on the way. My eyes are just bad, dude. It's like, but I got pretty good. I'm pretty damn good, Scoops, and I didn't even know what I was doing. But I'm looking at the more I'm talking about, it's like we can make this shit sexy. We can make it sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like we can have it on the place, and then we could be playing beats like they do in the basketball game. We're ethnicize it. That's what it is. We're urban ethnicize the game.
Sounds all right. Yeah, man.
And anyways. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, enough about the disc golf. Let's talk about and then let's talk about the comedy spot. Like we talked about comedy spot.
Yeah, let's talk about that and let's wrap up. I gotta go. Get my kid situated and whatever. He fell asleep on the couch, so we'll wrap up. But what do you want to mention about the how? Yeah, because I don't know. I'm just
I was thinking about 6 or 8 acts and nothing longer than 8 minutes. You get on stage. You have about 8 minutes. 8-minute what do you call set? See how good you are. And in between, we either got a DJ like a dance club or some kind of musical guest or whatsoever. And then each one 8.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll do 8 with 6-minute sets. It's 48 minutes. And then,
48 minutes, so like close to an hour.
Yeah. You mix in.
And then in between, maybe 3 minutes. 3 times... Was that 9? Because you have to have an ending music, or
maybe like a 2-hour event, and then have like, even if you could do 8 artists, give them a chance to perform like one song or some shit.
Yeah, 8 artists, yeah, and each artist maybe does 6 minutes, 2 songs, 6 minutes,
something like that. Yeah,
6 times 8, 40. Another
48, yeah.
So about 2 hours. Yeah. So about 48 plus 48 is how many minutes? It's 90.
92
minutes.
Or yeah. But yeah, an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. I think that would be perfect. An hour and a half. An hour and a half. Let's see, because an hour and a half is like 120, right? No, wait, no, that's 2 hours.
90 minutes.
90.
So yeah, 48, 96. So yeah, it's about a little.
Okay. So it's a little longer than an hour and a half. Okay, that's doable.
Mm-hmm. You give time for the opener, the hosts, and whatever, and the in-between, and play a beat,
And then, but that time too, we'll also have that slide for like advertisers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little commercial slob.
Little commercial, yeah.
I like it at a venue when it kind of goes dark and the music like stops, like you know that they're getting ready for the main performer, the next day.
Yes.
I like that moment when everything stops, it goes silent, and you hear all the movement and then like maybe
Yeah.
subtle beat comes over just to break it, and then it's like 45 seconds, and then the production starts again, and you're like, oh, okay, you know, because like that little break, you like check your phone, like, hey, where the fuck were? And then it's like, and it's like, oh, back, and then you focus back on the stage again. I like
Yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the thing though is that the host got to be good, like Martin Lawrence type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy that knows how to weave in and out and stuff. Because Martin Lawrence with Comedy Def Jam, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I know a lot of people hosted it, you know, Bill Bellamy and all that stuff, but somehow the way Martin Lawrence hosted it, it was, yeah. But no, we'll have it, man. I can't wait, man. How, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, the disc golf. That's something like, you know. I'm not so much interested in the disc golf itself. You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in the merchandising because disc golf is like 4 seasons, bro. So we can sell parkas. You can sell like anything, like pants, gloves.
Well, it'll be interesting. I'll get out there with my drone and I'll film you and Scoob, you know, throwing that motherfucking disc, you know.
Yeah, man. And it's like the drone and plus not only that too, think about it too. You're also kind of selling the landscape. You know what I'm saying? Cuz land is always for sale. You feel me? So that could be like your drone could be like, okay, some of the clips would be for, okay, this gonna go for sale. And some people that own the land, they just like to keep it like that. And if I own some land, you know what? That shit's gonna be always for sale. Cause you know why? Cause I'm gonna let people know how much you offer me for my land. You know, I will never be. Oh, I'm just gonna own this. Now, there's gonna be land that I want to own that I'm not gonna sell. This is gonna be the family land right here. You know, so I believe that. But other than land and my main land, I'm just gonna use it as like buy and sell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, yeah, man. You know, I want us to have fun, bro.
Yeah, and fun we will, man. All right. Well, shit, man.
Yep,
It was a good show, man. I'm
it's a good show.
ready to wrap it up. So next week is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I don't think we got guests lined up. So
Okay, it's gonna go. We don't have a good. That's okay. I'm cool with that.
we'll definitely be back next week, Thursday, for the 58th episode.
58. Wow.
And then
Hey, man, I just want to give you props, man. Again, man, my boy's been putting it on and everything, and yeah, I've been kind of been slipping lately in my ways. You know, I've been busy, but you know, my spirit's there. But other than that, man, you've been holding it down good, bro. Yeah, man.
Thank you, brother. Try, man.
You know, maybe I'm just in that mode too where I can't wait for you to be here already. That's why I'm kind of like, you know, but I'm trying to hang in there, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, me too, man. It'll get there, but
yeah,
we got big
right.
things coming nonetheless. So
yeah.
I'm excited too, man.
Oh man, God, man! If you think I imagine, man, all right, man. I'm gonna have to stop right here, man. I'm gonna get off. Okay, I'm gonna get off, man, brother. I'll talk to you later. Okay, have a good night and.
All right, brother Ray.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week. All right.
See you next week,
brother Ray. Because if not, we'll just go on a tangent. Another almost 4-hour one in the building. We're out this bitch. Thank you to Brian Beeline once again. Special guest of the night, Harris Drink It Again podcast. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna go eat some food and go crash. Come back strong tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. And always drink responsibly and wear your motherfucking seatbelt.
Harry's drinking again.
Podcast. Yo. You have been listening to the Harris's Drinking Again pubcast. For more, go to YouTube, type in @HideaPubcast. Look us up on Spotify, any and all streaming platforms. Harris is Drinking Again pubcast. Thank you.